Welcome everybody to 90 Day Fiance Fridays on the actual day of the holiness of gossipness, which is Friday. What's good, George and Gina?
What's up? What's
What's
up?
up?
How's everyone's week been? How's it going?
Well, I'm just happy I don't know about you, but it's like Columbus Day. It's like a 3-day weekend for me. So that's what
Yep,
I'm about.
Oh
me
yeah,
too. Whoop, whoop.
it is a 3-day weekend for me as well. I'm very excited. I don't know if I'm gonna go head out to Daytona Beach or not. I'm definitely enjoying the time off. Also, I don't know if you noticed the diaries didn't come on tonight, so we got a break from that, which was nice because I've been taking one for the team and watching it, but Jesus Christ, guys, it's not easy to get through.
Like, any idea why it wasn't on?
I have no clue. Yeah, I have no clue. I checked TV Guide and everything, and no explanation whatsoever as to why it didn't come on. We're not at the end of the season, so yeah, I can't answer that. I have no idea. But somebody tweeted me. And they were like, "What's up with Diaries? It's not on." So I checked, and it's not. So yeah, I can't explain it. But the Diaries didn't come on tonight, which I was happy because I was eating chicken Alfredo, and I was like, "Let me watch this crap," just
Mhm.
so I can say I did, and it wasn't on, and it was a pleasant surprise.
I don't know. I'm taking a different tact on certain things, there's certain shows where it's like, oh well, if it's 90 Day related, I have to watch it, or if it's this another, I've watched all the previous seasons, I have to watch it. But like lately, I'm no longer on board with that philosophy. I'm like, it's just like I don't know. It's like I could watch all the shows I've watched before that bore the shit out of me, or like with like Love Island Games, it's like a new experience, and that was way more enjoyable. I know everyone's talking about the new season of Love Is Blind, but I feel like if I did, it's like I could watch Diaries or I could watch Love Is Blind. I think my brain would enjoy like a new experience than Diaries.
Well,
Yeah,
because you already know everything that's happened with these people.
Mhm.
yeah. I got a DM from someone recently, and they were like, "Hey, I've been watching or listening to your podcast," and they were like, "How do you stay so enthusiastic and excited? When you're talking about the shows?" They're like, "It's really not what it used to be," and I was like, it's called acting. It's acting. I'm not as excited as you think I am, but when the camera records, I put on a show, But yeah, I'm not as excited as, 3 years ago when the show came on. I used to rearrange my life, just to make sure that the show I could
Mhm.
watch it, live. But now if I want to hop on a plane and go somewhere, I just want to watch the damn show. Like it's definitely not the same. And yeah, and I hate to say this, but I think the production and the casting and producers are the reason why I
Mhm.
don't like the show anymore. It's gone so far off the rail of what the show used to be and the core values of the show that it's the reason why I hate it is because they cast people that should never be casted on TV, and the storylines are non-existent, and it's just gotten lazy because the idea of 90 Day Fiance and people getting a visa and falling in love, that still captivates me. It's how they're telling the story that I can't stand.
Yeah, this definitely comes across lazy, and I feel like I think I know in their heads they're like, oh well, these are quote unquote fan favorites, fan favorites. Like, fans love these people, but I think they need to get their head out of their ass when it comes to like fan favorites. It's like just because everyone knows who like Jovi is or everyone knows who Lauren is, just because they have the name recognition, it doesn't mean like we actually want to see him again and again and again.
Yeah, they don't have any idea. They're so disengaged and unaware of what the fans want. I think that's the real
Hmm.
disconnect. Because you're right. When they say, oh, Lauren and Alexi, fan favorites, or David and Annie, fan favorites, or Robert and Annie, fan favorites. And I was like, are you polling the fans or are you just basing it on, how many followers they have on social media? Because when's the last time we told y'all we wanted to see any of those people? Like those are the most played out people. And I think you're right. They're very disconnected from the fan base. And back in the day, they used to be very connected. They would always be on Twitter and tweeting and retweeting and following the biggest fans of the show. But yeah, they're very disconnected with the fans. I feel like they don't even have any real understanding of what the fans want. I feel back in the day, they used to go back on Reddit and they would read everything about the show and they would make decisions based on what the fans wanted. They don't do that anymore.
Yeah, it's like, and I think like cast members got to get their heads out of their ass too, where it's like fan favorites, fan favorites, fan favorites is like, yeah, you're a fan favorite, but you're a fan favorite of what? You're a fan favorite on a sinking ship. You're a fan favorite on like a giant turd that's floating down like a sewer pipe. Like you're a fan favorite of what? Because like you're the most popular horsefly on a piece of cow dung. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like definitely a lot of change needs to happen.
Yeah, I think it's time is running out. Like you said, the ship is sinking, and we once a ship sinks, it's down. So I think that if they don't make these changes and go back to the core values of the show, cast real people, not Shakarper, not Annie, or not a Minnie and Matt, like real people, not people that just want to be on TV. Like you have to go back to the core value of a normal everyday person who's making a horrible life decision. That is why we tuned into the show, and they've gotten so far off the rails that I think they forgot how the show got here. They forgot where they came from.
Yeah, and I think they need to like change the ratio of like I know like happily ever after is all returning cast, but just a regular 90 it's just like they need to change the ratio of like how many seasons of like returning cast there are versus like seasons of all new cast, and I think they need to tone down the returning cast and really tone up the all new cast members because they keep bringing back the same old motherfuckers, and now with like with the spin-offs like Last Resort, it's another opportunity to have the same motherfuckers, so it's like 90 Day Fiance Joe Schmo, 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After, Joe Schmo, 90 Day Fiance Last Resort, Joe Schmo. So you got the same person back to back to back on all these seasons, and we're sick of the same people. Like spread that out where it's all new cast members out of like several seasons, and then there's like one season put in there that's like the throwbacks of the quote unquote fan favorites. But they've leaned too heavily on the fan favorites.
Yeah, I agree. I think we should go back to the core roots, and they should cancel everything except 90 Day Fiance, like just like how it started. We don't need Happily Ever After. That's what Diaries is for. We don't need The Other Way because The Other Way isn't a real show. It's just where people go when they want to get on the other 90 Day Fiance shows. No one actually moves to another country anymore. Like we don't need that. They should cancel all of the other shows and just do the regular 90 Day Fiance. And then if people are interested in knowing where people went after that, they can watch Diaries. And this would save production about $50 million a year, from filming all these pointless spinoffs that air a year after we already know what happened. I was watching. No, let me explain to you how stupid they are. So I was watching Diaries, and we watched the Hunt for Love. What was it? The finale tell all, and Chantel was telling her mom that Ashley was living with her, and then I was watching Diaries last week, and Chantel was just asking Ashley to move in with her. And I was
Right.
like, so they spent all this money on production of all these shows, and then they aired that they were already living together like a month and a half, 2 months ago. And now they're just now airing Chantel asking her to move in with her. It just aired last week. I was like, they're actually counterproductive to their own production.
Mhm.
They're spoiling their own shows. Like, how we're usually the ones spoiling their shows? They're literally doing the work for us. They're ruining their own production.
Yeah, and obviously that happened with the Jasmine thing, but that was kind of they didn't really have much of a choice with that one. But yeah,
Well, yeah, we forced it. We forced their hand. But on that, because I was watching it, and also the Sophie episode last week on Diaries, she was just now saying that she wanted to divorce Rob and she wanted to end the relationship. And I was like, so are we supposed to pretend that we didn't watch Rob as a single man on Hunt for Love like 8 months ago? Like are we like they're ruining their own production because they don't even put their shows out in the correct order. Like they're counterproductive to their own show.
yeah, it's
I
not.
think they're just being lazy. Like, okay, whatever. Like,
Yeah, it's like not chronological, and then yeah, it takes like over a year for a lot of the footage to come out. It's like so outdated. That's why like, and again, I know it annoys people about every time I say Love Island games or whatever, but like the beauty of Love Island is like literally what we're watching was recorded like 2 days, 2 or 3 days ago, which is like insanely fresh.
Yeah. Wait, which Annie? They're saying I can't stand Annie in the chat. Which
It's not
The
David and Annie. It's the other one.
Oh, Robert and Annie. Yeah,
Florida
it's
one.
like
Yeah.
there's two Annies, and I always get it confused when people are like Annie, and I'm like, well, you gotta, is it IE or NY? Because there's two of them. Because I like Annie from David and Annie. I'm like neutral with Robert and Annie. I'm not like a fan, but I'm not a fan. I'm just
Like not to get all political, but she's like MAGA.
Yeah,
Yeah, she is.
really, really weird because if you know anything about MAGA, you know that they don't like her. So it's like it's really weird that she would go out of her way to make that a very vocal thing because everything going on politically right now. she's definitely not their favorite type of person. So it's really weird that she even misinterpreted that. But if you remember Michael from Angela and Michael, he was MAGA too. And I think that they don't really do when you're not from this country, I think that they have like a disconnect in the politics. Because I think a lot of people, because there's no reason why. Because if you think about it, the reason why it took Michael's visa so long to get approved is because of the president. So to show up over here wearing his gear is kind of stupid, because it's like the reason why it took you 8 years to get approved is him. But I think that there's a real disconnect between people that are new to the country and politics. They don't really see it the way we do, because we've been here long enough, to figure out who's what, and I think it takes them a little longer.
Well, with Robert and Annie, they live in like Florida, don't they?
Yeah.
So yeah.
They live not too far from me, actually. But yeah, they're out in Florida too, which is even more weird. But I will say this: Florida is extremely diverse. Like in certain parts of Florida, there's more Spanish-speaking people than Americans. Depends on what part of Florida you're in. Central Florida specifically, percentage-wise, there's less American or white people than there are Spanish speaking. So it depends on where you live. And then when you go up northern Florida, that's where, it's rare that you see anybody other, than a certain race. So it just depends on what part of Florida you're in.
Yeah, and again, not to get all political, but yeah, like they may fall in. Well, a lot of there's a lot of like Spanish people that are for Trump because they're all conservative, like Catholic conservative and shit. So that's why they like him, but they're also probably like uninformed and unintelligent. So anyway, that's a whole nother thing, but we don't need to get into all that.
Yeah, we don't got to get into that.
No.
That's way out of the realm of what we should be talking about tonight. Yeah, that's way out of it. But
anyway, we haven't technically really gotten to our topics list. Now the question is I'll tell you the hot topic of tonight. It was like the whole Tiger Lily Kenny thing, but should we save that for like a little later or what?
Oh, I don't know. I still don't know what happened.
Yeah. I think because you teased it on Monday, you should go just go with it. Beat everybody's curiosity, because we've been
Let's do this. Let's just let's go. We don't have to spend a lot of time on it, but let's go over like the other way recap, because we never did that. Then we'll do the like Tiger Lily thing and Kenny thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do that. I gotta go to my tweets though. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, I gotta go to the other way tweets as well.
Because I clearly was there, but I don't remember because okay, I'm looking at my tweets. So yeah, we were talking about what's her name? Jenny has a new hater. It's the aunt. So a new person has entered the chat that is anti-Jenny and Submit, because they've converted Submit's mom. She's no longer the hater of the relationship. So we got a new person in that one. And then wait, did we see Madeline and Luke last week? I can't remember now.
Yeah, we did, because it was the time where
because she was still digging in the Nutella.
Oh, was that? Okay, yeah. Okay, cool.
And with the wedding coordinator, and I said they're in cahoots with each other.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, when I was watching that scene, that it really solidified to me that I knew Madeline was a scammer. Like I understood that when I actually understood it more when she was like, I want everything to be in my name. And I was like, oh, she's scamming him because he has no citizenship in that country. He can't own anything. So when she's done with him, she can just be like, this is my shit. So I understood that. But when I was watching the scenes and she was telling the wedding planner was like, no one ever paid me for this. No one ever paid me for this. And this is how much I got. And he was telling her how much he sent her. And I was like, oh, she's sending like $100 to the wedding planner and then keeping 1,000 for herself and telling him that she's paying the wedding planner. And I was like, but they're all in cahoots. Like he doesn't keep track of what he sends her. And then when he tries to explain to her what he sent based on what she told him it was for, she throws shit at him and screams because she doesn't care. She already spent the money. None of that is relevant anymore. She just needs him to send more money. And so I'm just waiting for him to actually run out of money so they can break up and he can go back home, because there's not really much left of this storyline, because at the end of the day, she's draining him until he has no money. And I think he's already at that point where he has no money. So eventually she's gonna, kick him out of, where are they at? Colombia, I think. She's gonna kick him out of Colombia.
Yeah, I don't have it in front of me, but like I think she was defending him and their relationship on social media this week and talking about their all their investments and how they're doing their have each other's backs. So they're like, don't judge us because we have each other's backs and we have all these investments and we're doing well.
I
Don't
thought I saw some photos of the actual wedding.
don't judge us. I mean, she's the one that she kind of, you know what's funny? Shabooty, I think you said a couple of weeks ago that she had the potential of being the next Angela. And actually, and I disagreed with you at the time, but as I've been watching her and her blow ups, and she threw cheesecake at him and she flips out on, and I was like, you're not wrong at all. I don't think that, she's got the personality to be the next Angela, but I think that the way that she's going and the way that she makes a big deal out of everything and how everything is a huge blow up, I think you're right. I think that she's definitely paving the way for her to be on another show and to stick around. I think that she is, because she's kind of carrying the other way. This season is very, very lame and tamed. And I think of all of the cast members, she's the one that's really carrying it.
Hmm. Well, and then everyone, I think they're just busting balls, but they're all like, she looks kind of trans or something. And then you know what's weird though? Like, well, I guess a lot of times like at DMs where people will send me like things to post and stuff, but then I'll look at it, but then I'll kind of ignore it. And then like, like a day later, I'll be like, you know what? Maybe I could do something with that, like turn that into gold. And then so the other day, like somebody sent me a photo of her and they were like, "Oh, do you see her big old hairy pits?" And I was like, nah, "I see it in this photo." And then I was trying to go back and find the DM, and I couldn't find the DM. And then I went back to I went to the episode and tried to play the footage back on the official episode, and I was scanning back and forth to try to see if I could see like big old hairy pits, and I couldn't replicate it on the official like 90 Day Fiance feed. So I was kind of confused.
Oh, wait, did somebody send you like an altered photo?
I don't know. They sent me a photo, and like in the photo, it did seem like she had kind of hairy pits, but then when I went to the footage, I couldn't replicate the photo. I don't know, so I was a little confused.
Oh, yeah, but we have to also acknowledge a woman having hairy pits does not make her trans. Like we have to acknowledge, there are some parts of the country where women do not shave their pits or other areas. So, I
Mhm.
mean, it would be odd for someone that dresses and acts like her to not shave her armpits, but you never know what their culture is and how people were raised.
Mhm.
In America, we would find it super odd if a woman didn't shave her armpits. But again, that don't make her trans, and I
For
think
you.
a lot of people, they definitely are looking for, things to say about her. And because she's an unlikable character, right? She was assigned the villain role. So when you have a villain on the season, you have to find things to say, mean things to say about that person because they're the villain. At the end of the day, I don't think she's trans. I mean, she definitely has some features, that seem much, much rougher than when we first met her. But I
And the accent doesn't help either. The strong
no,
accent.
no, you're right. But I think that it's surgery's gone bad. I think is what really happened. I don't think that because when we first met her, she didn't have such strong features, but
Mhm.
definitely lost a little bit of weight, which made her, I don't know if she's too skinny or what it is, but her shoulders look a little more broad.
She has like a lollipop head.
Yeah, like it's just stronger features. But I definitely don't think that she's got anything that she's tucking away down there. I don't think that's what's going on.
True. If it's cool, let me go through some of my tweets, live tweets or whatever, which aren't very live if it's from 4 days ago. But so did you like my like thing with Jenny? I said I did like a diptych split screen with her, and then like I made like I generated an Indian cornholio, and I was like I couldn't tell if that was Jenny or Indian cornholio.
Oh
No,
yeah,
I saw that.
yeah, I saw that. That picture, that's from King of the Hill, right?
No, no, I made it with like AI or
Oh,
whatever.
you made
It
it.
was Beavis and Butthead inspired.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, because I was like, I've seen whatever show that's from. I couldn't put my finger on
Well,
it.
yeah, King of the Hill and Beavis and Butthead are by the same guy with the same art style. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause I saw it and I was like, holy shit, I've seen this art style before. I just couldn't put my finger on it.
Mhm. So there's that. And then on Instagram, like Instagram, you could add audio. So then I added like a cornholio audio to the Instagram post. So check that out for an extra laugh. Um, and then I posted a picture of Chloe where she says, but the work's not always fun. And then my caption said, unless your mom is your boss.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I so wait, were we done with
With Madeline.
Madeline and them? Because I did want to talk about that Chloe and Anthony stuff.
Yeah, I think we're done with Madeline.
So Chloe got over there and she on her day one, well, I mean day 1.5, she's trying to tell what's his name? Anthony, not Anthony, Johnny, that he can't work on the pirate ship anymore. And she's basically saying that it's equivalent. Damn, I can't talk. How do you say that word, Gina?
Equivalent.
Equivalent.
Equivalent to her working at a strip club. And I couldn't disagree more
Mhm.
because, the idea of her saying him being a pirate on a pirate ship, which lets children on, this is like literally like a tourist attraction. They let children on. Because if you want to be technical, they will not let a child into a strip club. I couldn't be more disagreeative of the idea that she thinks that him going to work is the same as him running around a G-string on a pirate ship. I think that she's completely outrageous. And the idea that she wants him to quit his job where he probably makes decent money. I mean, I don't know what he makes because he lives in like one room, but he probably would make much less anywhere else because we found out that he quit a job at a hotel because his last girlfriend made him quit a job that she didn't like where he was around women, and he ended up working at a hotel and he ended up hating it. So this is like it's kind of like a repeated pattern. He meets a girl and the girl tries to tell him what he can and can't do, and then he ends up alone. So I don't like the idea because I think a rapper wrote a song about it where you meet a girl and or no, it was an Usher song. You meet a girl at the strip club, you're attracted to her, you like her, you put
Mhm.
20s in her G-string, and then when you start dating her, you tell her that she can't dance at the club anymore. And I hate that. I hate that people try to remove people from their element and what they want to do, because they just don't like it. I think if she met him on the pirate ship, she took him home and banged him. Like that's that whole situation of how you got involved with him. You want to eliminate that so other people can't have it. And I think it's really selfish.
Yeah, it's like she was the, whatever months ago or a year ago, she was the girl with her ass out in a string bikini on the ship, like canoodling with him. So she was literally that person. And now she wants him to remove Chloe 2.0 out of his life, which is a custom.
Right. It's annoying. It's like she was the drunken dental floss girl. Now she's like, stay away from the drunken dental floss bikini girls. And it's like, that's you. If you
Mhm.
would have stayed away from those girls, you never would have met them. And it's like the end of the day, you don't get to tell a stripper not to be a stripper. You don't get to tell him he can't work at the pirate ship where you met him. Because if he never worked there in the first place, you never would have met him. So it's like you're saying that you're upset with him because he did what you did to meet him. And it's like, I don't know, it kind of irritates me when people do that. This isn't the first, second, or third time that people on the show do this. They meet somebody and then they tell them that I don't want you doing that anymore. Remember that Cyndi Lauper song? Or I don't remember who sang it, where they're like they take a beautiful girl and they want to throw her and hide her, like
Mhm.
lock her up, hide the girl from the rest of the world so nobody can see her. And that's kind of like what
Yeah, that's the Cyndi Lauper song of
yeah,
girls just want to
yeah.
have fun.
And that's what people are literally still doing to this day. It's weird because she probably wrote that song 50 years ago. It's so fucking
Yeah.
accurate. It's
Yeah.
like you meet somebody and you love everything about them, so you want to lock them in a house so nobody else can see the beauty that you've discovered. And
Yeah,
it's
like girls just want to have fun and pirates just want to plunder that booty.
right, right. And it's like, how you tripping that he's around beautiful drunken girls? You were one of the beautiful drunken girls. That's how you got there. So yeah, I don't know. It's a recurring storyline for me, and it's funny because it's not just something that happens to girls like in that song. Women are doing it to men too. Like it goes both ways.
Mhm. True. Yeah. It's like let's say you manage to bag like an OnlyFans girl, but then you're like, all right, now that we're dating, can you quit your OnlyFans?
Well, right. And it's like I wouldn't know she exists unless she was on OnlyFans. That's where I found her.
Mm.
Right. So it's like, I don't know. It's just it's a weird vibe. It's like, or you marry a singer and then she's won Grammys and then you marry her and then you're like, you know what? I don't like you traveling all the time. So now that we're married, don't sing anymore. She's gonna divorce you because she's gonna do what she's born to do. And at the end of the day, it's not your decision to tell anybody what they can and can't do. So it's just it's a wild thing for me.
True. I think that's enough about Chloe. The other thing I tweeted, it was back to Jenny, but I I posted a picture of like the aunt or whatever, where she says like nobody from our family will accept Jenny, and then my tweet says the aunt is such a hater. She'd be a good 90 Day Fiance live tweeter. But a lot of people were kind of annoyed with that whole scene because they're like, this seems like so regurgitated. Just instead of with the mom, now the aunt is taking that role over.
Yeah, I do agree with you. Like you said, it was like a passing of the torch. It was very like, oh well, his mom isn't gonna, because I guess the mom didn't want to be the villain anymore, so they had to go and recruit a new villain. And the aunt, I will say, she understood the assignment and she did exactly what was asked of her. You know, she played a really good hater. And but like you said, we're just watching the exact same season that we saw like 8 years ago. It's just happening again with a different person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that always happens. They just like regurgitate storylines. Okay, who I'm trying to think any I didn't really do any other tweets. Who else was on this episode? Do you remember?
Well, you're forgetting the best part of the episode. So when Greta arrived in
Oh
England,
yeah, I forgot about that.
Matthew was like, "You stink, bro. Your deodorant is literally fighting for its life." And then I could literally see in my mind a deodorant bottle fighting for its life. It was like drowning in the ocean, like trying to get air. And that was actually the most funny thing for me, because I was like, of all the things that you can say, a woman moves across the world, takes a bus, a train, a plane, all of this for you, and the first thing you do when you see her is be like, "You smell like ass."
I did actually post something on it. It wasn't like my tweet, but I reposted it on Instagram. I posted a tweet, like reposted a tweet where it says, this is with the same couple, Greta. It says, telling your girl on camera that she stinks and her antiperspirant isn't working within the first 5 minutes of seeing her after however many months. What a guy.
He was definitely making sure that he was getting no coochie that night. Like he was working overtime to make sure that he was getting none. Not even a lazy hand job. He was getting nothing from her that night.
Yeah, he wasn't getting any piece of that stinky dugout. Oh.
None.
By the way, here's like some potential nicknames for Greta. It's kind of a takeoff on Greta Thunberg. There's Greta Stinkberg, Sweta Thunberg, Greta Smellberg, or Odor Thunberg.
I like Greta Stinkberg.
Yeah, me too.
That one just rolls off your tongue. I
Yeah,
like
It just flows.
sounds like a stink bug.
Yeah, I actually think that's the
Oh,
best.
I just thought of a good fucking meme. So I'm gonna do this like either today or tomorrow. I'm gonna take a picture of a stink bug and I'm gonna slap Greta's face on it.
Oh shit, that is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it Greta and then I'll name it Greta Stinkberg.
So, oh yeah, so Manon got to France, and she immediately confronted her parents, especially her mom, for calling her fat like 10 years ago or 13 years ago. I don't know how many years ago it was. And I guess her storyline is gonna be her parents like were verbally and emotionally abusive to her when she was younger. So she immediately, started confronting them. And I was like, I don't know, if I was living with my parents and I couldn't afford to live anywhere else, I probably wouldn't bring up something they did like over a decade ago that they didn't get there. Right? Because I'm not, where else are you gonna go? Because at this point, you sold your house, you brought your lazy ass husband. Like, where else are you gonna go? At this point, let sleeping dogs lie. Like, if they called you fat 13 years ago, then let it go, because now you're living in their house, so it didn't bother you too much.
I know this is like a common, people always complain about like subtitles and shit, but like when the French are talking, I kind of like zone out and I'm like, I get annoyed that I have to read the subtitles.
Yeah, we haven't had as many subtitles. Back in the day, we used to have a lot of cast members where the person they were dating didn't speak any English. Remember Mike and Hamina? I remember that one was because she literally spoke zero English, and there was a few other ones. But it's been a lot better lately, where most of the foreign people speak really good English to the point where we don't even need subtitles. So yeah, that kind of did annoy me a little bit. I was like, damn, now I gotta stop tweeting. I have to put my phone down. I have to actually look at the TV. Like, that's a lot of work.
I don't know, yeah, it was annoying. And then she has like a grating voice and then I watch it at 2x speed, so it's even more annoying sounding.
Oh yeah, so she sounds like a French chipmunk.
Chipmunk, yeah, all yelling and shit. Like, shut the
Yeah.
fuck up, you give me a headache.
Yeah, I mean, she kind of already has a "I'm gonna give you a headache" voice at normal speed. So yeah, I can imagine at 2 times the speed, it's even worse.
Yeah, so that's why it's like torture for me. That's why like when well, this is more of a happily ever after thing because it will like at least the other way it's like 1 hour. So even the 1 hour show it still took me like an hour 40 minutes, but at least with like well with like happily ever after when like Darcy comes on, then I like immediately reach for my phone and scroll social media.
Well, yeah, we're just watching the same Darcy scenario for like the 75th time.
Hmm.
You can just insert the guy into the scenario. No, it doesn't even matter who she's with. It's the same scenario storyline every single time. It's really really annoying at this point, and it's weird because it's the same shit with Stacy too. It's like Darcy and Stacy are the same person, just
Hmm.
names. They do that. They replay the same storyline over and over. Oh, I wanted to ask the group. So, Chloe thinks that if Johnny keeps working on the pirate ship, he's gonna eventually be cheating on her regularly. Do you guys think that Johnny is hot enough to be cheating on women? Because I put the poll out there on Twitter on Monday, and I was like, "Ladies, how do you feel about this statement? Do you think that Johnny is out here swimming in coochie like Chloe thinks?" And I got mixed reviews. Some people, one woman said Johnny can get it anytime he wants. Was one of the comments, and then another person was like, "Hell no, he's 32, looks 42. I'm good." And they were like, "Maybe after a few drinks and I'm on vacation." So do you guys think that she has anything to worry about? Do you think that he really out there like banging everything that walks?
Like okay, so I think I could answer that. So it's like because of the environment, like he's and again, I don't know if he's like the head macher, the head guy in charge of like the boat show, the pirate show. If he is like the head big shot of like the entertainment on the boat and he's like the main guy doing flips and all the shit, then I think she does have something to be worried about because then if he's an eight, then he becomes like a 10 because all the women are like, oh my God, the way he's commanding the audience of us and we're drinking and like then I think he goes up a couple notches because of the environment. If you saw him like at the Starbucks and he tried to hit on you, yeah, maybe you wouldn't be that interested. But when he's like there, he's
Oh.
commanding everyone's attention, then you're like your panties are all of a sudden drenched.
Ah, okay. All right. So Gina, do you agree?
Not mine. Not mine.
Oh no, it's
No,
no. I
I'm
mean,
no.
saying that from Canada when she get her ass to Aruba and we'll see.
well, yeah, you got to see what the pickings are like in Aruba. But I think you're right, Shabooty. I think, it kind of goes with that main character energy. So, like, say there's a band, the
Uh,
lead singer is always going to be banging somebody on the bus. The guitar player might not get nobody after the show, the bass player, the drummer, but it's that lead character energy that really turns women on because he's in charge. If
mhm.
he is sick, the band cannot continue the show without him because he's the lead singer. So I think for a lot of women, it's a turn on knowing that that man holds that much power. So yeah, if he's in control of the ship, he's the what do you call a guy that drives the ship? Gina, help me.
A
Captain.
Yeah,
captain?
yeah, yeah. He's the captain. I think that you might be right because I don't know, I was watching it and I was like, I don't think that she has anything to worry about. But a lot of people said, on vacation, a lot of people just want to have fun, especially single women when they go on vacation. A lot of times we see them catching strays. What was that one chick's name, Gina, who went on vacation and came back pregnant? What's her name? Ariana. Remember?
Mhm.
Yeah, like a lot of times single women, they get a lot of drinks in them and they see
Mhm.
a local dude. And the drunker you are, the hotter they seem. So maybe it is something that she should be worried about.
Yeah, when they're on vacation, they're trying to have a wild ass time, and then when they get back, and you ask them what they did, and they try to pretend like they didn't get dicked down by the pirate.
Exactly, exactly. They'll be like, "Oh, nothing. Just had fun with the girls." Yeah,
Mhm.
she's gonna leave out the fact that she got dicked out on a pirate ship by an actual pirate. She's gonna leave that part out, right? But that's definitely what she did. Oh, you know who else went on vacation and came back? Um, Kalani. I forgot about
Yeah.
Kalani. She went on vacation and got dicked down by a Suelo. Oh yeah, so yeah, women do this. It happens, and I don't want to just put women out there on blast. Men do it too. Men go on vacation. Look at Luke, and they catch a stray and fall in love with somebody that they should have left where they were at. So yeah, this happens a lot.
Well, yeah, a guy will fuck anything with a pulse anywhere, anytime. They don't gotta go. They don't gotta go on vacation. But yeah,
Yeah, you're right. They could literally just be at the hotel bar and they'll fuck whoever's at the hotel bar. They don't even got to be like out of the country.
like Arnold Schwarzenegger knocked up
Right?
or whatever.
Exactly. Like literally.
Hmm. True. All right. So you should we go to? I think I finished this other way. Should we get into like the whole messy Tiger Lily, Kenny, me drama?
Well,
Yes.
you're gonna have to explain it to me like I'm in third grade because I don't know how you got involved with the Tiger Lily and Kenny drama. So I need to know from like the beginning how this happened because I went back and looked at all your posts and I still don't understand why they were so mad.
Yeah. I was like, I'm confused and I have questions, but I can save that for Friday.
True, yeah, and I will say, like, I was definitely like super annoyed and like super, when somebody, when you're having like an online beef with somebody and like, you're just trading barbs and like they're making your blood boil and you're probably making their blood boil. It definitely got to that level. But anyway, let's start from the beginning. Let's see, hold on, let me pull up my Instagram because it's like this is gonna take a while.
Well, yeah. So let's start from the beginning because I was
Pour yourself a drink, listeners.
yeah, we're gonna get down to the nitty-gritty of this because I was confused at how Kenny and Tiger Lily were even having
Mhm.
a conversation with each other on your post. Like I was really confused.
Okay, so let's start with let's start from square one or ground zero, whatever you want to call it. So, but hold, give me 1 second because like I said, there's a lot of posts and I got to figure out where to start. Um, Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find Tiger Lily's post. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Um, okay, so this is like a week ago, I think, where Tiger Lily was posting like a bunch of Instagram stories, like Q&A type shit. So one of the Q&As was, "Why haven't I seen you guys on 90 Days Happily Ever After? I miss y'all." And this was in Tiger Lily's stories. And then her response was, "We literally broke the internet with just 8 episodes. Imagine if we were on every one, but keep watching, you'll see us soon." So Tiger Lily posted that. And I think from an objective standpoint, like, okay, I know people like want to give her grief because she said we broke the internet. But at the end of the day, I don't think she said anything like, I don't think like because of that post warrants people attacking her necessarily.
I
Like
beg to
members.
differ. I beg to
No, no,
differ.
no. You think other cast members off of that should attack her?
I mean, I think that that was a really arrogant post
Hmm.
because if she thinks that her storyline broke the internet or whatever that they did on the show broke the internet, that's from a place of delusion. I think what happened was during that season, her husband said something extremely offensive to a certain religion. I can't remember which one, which caused a lot of controversy. But that's not breaking the internet. That's
Before we get into like the debate of should she have before we get into the debate of like is she deserving of being attacked, let's like we still haven't actually like explained it. So let's hold the debates.
well, there's no debate. She's not. But
No,
yeah,
well,
let's go on.
okay, let's keep moving. So okay, anyway, she posted that, and then Kenny, he did like a subliminal post of hold on 1 second. Okay, anyway, he did like a subliminal post where he says, "Come on," again, he doesn't name the name. He says, "Come on, lady, you don't carry a show. No one carries it themselves. Let's not disrespect and make other lives stories less than. Hoist yourself out of la la land. Get it together. Humble yourself. No internet has been broke by you, just your ego." Um, so then he posted that, and then anyway, like so, but okay,
Okay, so wait. He didn't tag her or anything, but he posted that on his story.
yeah, he posted that on his story, and then and like Kenny is a guy who's like generally, at least with social media, and to correct me if I'm wrong, like he usually keeps his mouth shut. Like he usually doesn't like dig at people. Generally speaking, he's usually like positive. So like so to me, all of a sudden, like my antennas went up. I'm like, this guy who's like 90% of the time positive, the 10% of the time he wants to get all negative or call somebody out or bust their chops. And then I like again, this is like stuff where the average viewer, it wouldn't like their antennas wouldn't go up and it wouldn't like hit their radar because the average viewer doesn't know all the tea that you and I know. So for me, the bells went off, and I'm like, hmm, who's the last person that like Kenny and Armando? I don't know if this is the last person, but they always fight with, and it was someone that was newly on the outs with TLC, which was Statler. So when she was on the outs with TLC, saying she's going to expose TLC and all shit, all of a sudden Kenny and Armando were the first ones still on the attack to shit on Statler, and then. And again, now people don't know the behind the scenes of what may or may not have happened between Tiger Lily and TLC, but the cat's pretty much out of the bag. Like she's on the outs with TLC. She's not going to be back on the show. She's now persona non grata. The network does not is not going to work with her ever again. And then now you have Kenny out of nowhere. Like seeing this story that she posted, and now he's clapping back at her. And to me, it like rubbed me the wrong way because I'm like, dude, you usually always keep your fucking mouth shut. Now all of a sudden, someone that's on the outs with TLC, now you're like the attack dog for TLC, um, attacking technically. So I literally just like called it out. I didn't like you. So I called it out, and then all of a sudden it becomes like I call Kenny out, and then all of a sudden the first person that responds to me is Armando, not Kenny. And all of a sudden it's a 2v1. Armando and Kenny are coming at me in the comment section, and then at some point Tiger Lily and Kenny go at it, and then I could read you their post as well. Um, so anyway, like at some point Tiger Lily in my comment section says because they have to use other people's names to trend, but I don't feud with filler. And then Kenny responded to trend this girl who I never mentioned by name. So anyway, that was going on. And then it got between like Armando and I and Kenny, then it got all nasty. It got more nasty between Armando, Kenny, and I than he probably even Tiger Lily and Kenny.
All right, so I don't choose sides, right? But I think that Kenny's not wrong, but I also think that this is none of Kenny's business, and he should have never said anything. I'm a firm believer in minding your own damn business. And like you said, it's not his job to defend TLC or whatever, but I think that he's not wrong. I think that she definitely does need to humble herself. Like I do think that she's under the impression that she is a part of some sort of elite reality TV group that she's not a part of. Like she bought 700,000 followers. She passes them off as real when they're fake. And this was before her season even aired. And she even posts her own Q&A. She asks her own questions and answers her own questions on her Q&A. Like you can tell, and it's so obvious when people do that. And it's like I've been doing this for too long. I can tell when it's a self-submitted Q&A question. It's like so obvious. So
Mhm.
I think Kenny's not wrong, but at the end of the
Well, okay, so like no, okay, so like at the end of the day though, it's like you got to look at it from this standpoint too. It's like anytime you criticize anybody, there's always a potential for backlash because then again, you don't know who's in that person's corner, you don't know who's in that person's corner. So like the same way, like if you and I attack Jasmine, and all of a sudden we have like bloggers coming at us, we have Jasmine fans coming at us, like it's like we talk the shit and then we get the shit, and we can't like we understand that's part of the game. So in the same vein, it's like if Kenny's gonna attack Jasmine out of nowhere, he's opening himself up for attack. So it's not like so it's like again, if he'd have kept his mouth shut, nothing would happen. But so if he's gonna talk shit, then he has to accept that shit might be talked about him too. So anyway, my main issue though was just like at the end of the day, you're a fucking network shill. Admit it. I called y'all out. It's a fucking pattern. It's not the first time it happened. And then the level of like veracity, if they came at me, intensity, I think proves me right. It's like if I'm wrong, then it doesn't bother you. If I'm right, then it does bother you. And they were definitely bothered. And both of Armando and Kenny were both, you know, coming at me. And Armando was all, I could pull up what he said, but he was kind of talking all sorts of shit too. And like at the end of the day, like fuck both of them is how.
Oh, Armando has always been a shit talker.
Yeah, but at the end of the
Had
day, I want to set the record, say fuck Kenny and Armando. That's basically I want people to.
Yeah, I've had numerous conversations with Armando of him starting shit. Like, and this goes back for years. Like, he's always just been a shit talker. He's always starting stuff. He's always being messy. Kenny, like you said, usually keeps his nose clean and
Mhm.
doesn't get involved in stuff that doesn't pertain to him as much. Like Armando, he only gets involved with things that don't pertain with him. That's literally what he does. He just
Mhm.
sits at home and gets involved with things that don't pertain to him. So it's interesting that Kenny got involved. But I'm interested in knowing what they said to you
Mhm.
specifically because I don't really understand why they were attacking you. So wait, what did you say to them in response, and then what did they say back?
Okay, hold on. I gotta like dig into. I didn't like take screenshots, so I gotta dig into the comment section, assuming the comments are still there. Hold on.
Wait, what do you mean assuming? Did they block you?
No, but I'm just saying I haven't like checked it since
Oh, okay.
days ago.
So no one is blocked, right? Everything is still good between everybody.
Like I said, as far as 5 days ago.
And they didn't block Tiger Lily or any. Well, you wouldn't know that. I don't think you. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell.
True. Well, hold on, I'm trying to see if I can find. Okay, well, here's my initial tweet, or not tweet, my comment initially on the Kenny post reposting. And I said, if Kenny, we kind of rehashed it, but anyway, I said, if Kenny is fighting with Tiger Lily, then anything Statler has ever said in the past is so accurate. If you know, you know. So that's all I said initially. So from there, that alone set them off.
Oh, okay. I got it. I got it. 'Cause
And then let me go to like let me see if I can find like the other, okay, hold on. Let me go back in the comment section. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. And I just get annoyed too. I get pissed off when it's like, if I have a problem with you, I don't need your significant other like defending you or talking shit to me. It's like, I'm only talking to you, motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that shit always happens. It's like you fight with someone, all of a sudden their wife or their, in this case, their boyfriend, husband, whatever the fuck they are. You know, they're all up your ass, no pun intended. And so, like, that shit annoys me too. It's like, dude, just, it ain't that serious. Where like, you have to defend your man's honor. Anyway, um, okay, well, I don't, I'm trying to see if this is a to him or not. Let's see. Let's just go went back first. Anyway, I think at some point I was talking with someone else in the comment section. I said like they attack anyone that is newly on the outs with TLC. That was the whole point of my post today. It's pattern behavior and it's glaringly obvious at this point. And then Kenny went on a long message. He said, total bullshit. You can try and convince people of this crap, but it's all in your brain. We didn't have any beef with your girl until she started trashing us for zero reason and let it go on for a while before we called her out. Truth pattern. I don't know what kind of mathematics you're using. With this person, I posted my thoughts and advice on someone thinking they're a celebrity and carry a show on their back, which is delusional. If she or anyone is having an issue with the network, that's news to me. Actually, because in any case, this has nothing to do with that or you. Didn't think you needed educated on this. Your instincts need to be tweaked. Do better by your followers. By the way, this is now your third or fourth post on this subject. I think you've milked it for all the clicks you wanted. You're welcome. And then I basically said, I'm never. I said, I'm never wrong. Rule number one. Number two, don't respond if I'm milking it. And then it hurts because it's true, and you got called out. That was my response. Um, let's see. And then let's see. Let me see. What is it? And then Kenny says, your comments right here spoke volumes. All you need to know is that's all we need to know about you. Also, I think this situation means more to you than anyone. On that note, revel in it in true Shabooty fashion in third person. Kenny out, big love. And my response was, I hope one day you evolve from the same old pillow talk slop. You could do so much more. XO.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, fuck pillow talk, fuck Kenny, fuck Armando. That's what I'm saying.
Interesting. So you kind of caught a stray because this wasn't really about you.
Mhm.
It was Tiger Lily and Kenny going at it in your comments, and then
And then all that's like I was getting more strays than Tiger Lily.
well, yeah, there's stray bullets flying, and you got hit more times than Tiger Lily did because she kind of, what's the Matrix? When you remember the movie Matrix and he dodged the bullets and he was like Tiger Lily dodged all the hits, but you took like the majority of the hits, which is kind of funny. But I mean, you're not wrong though. They do have that tendency of attacking people that have recently um had issues with TLC. That's
Yeah.
not wrong. And we do know that Tiger Lily and Adnan they didn't finish their storyline, right? There was other things that were shown in the preview this season that we haven't seen. They just have been gone for almost 2 months. Actually, maybe it has been 2 months, and they haven't come back. And we've gotten some information that things happen during filming on location where the crew was asked to leave, and we know that as part of their contract, you can't ask the crew to leave. They have to finish filming. So at this point, we know that they're now on the outs with TLC, and we know that there's some contract issues and things going on with them. So it's interesting that they would get targeted, by Kenny and Armando, and it's funny because Kenny, I don't want to say started it, but he posted about her. Even when you don't tag someone, you're posting about someone. So you threw the first stone, right? Like when you throw the first stone, you're starting the fight, and then he kind of backed down and then kind of started fighting you.
Yeah.
process, which I think is really stupid. Like, what are you mad at Shabooty for? For posting the truth. The truth doesn't always make you look good. The truth is just the truth. And I think he was just mad because
Yeah, like it's like at the end of the day, I was basically saying my observations, which are like pretty. It's a fact. Like you fought with Statler, Statler was on the outs. You're fighting with Tiger Lily's on the outs. Like whether there's like a conspiracy there or not, it doesn't matter. Like what I'm saying is not it's not bullshit. Um, and it's not like I was personally until it got messy. I wasn't like personally attacking like Kenny or whatever, but like yeah, I think it's like when you strike a nerve, there's truth there. If you don't strike a nerve, then they would probably most people would just ignore it. If if you're the cast member, you're the big shot on television, and somebody's saying something and it's not, if it's like, and the funny part is like this is just in most of the drama and the back and forth and the whatever is all in the comment section. Like, for example, like when Kenny and I were going back and forth and Armando were going back and forth, and he Kenny kept saying like I'm milking it, right? Which is total horseshit too, because like most of the like explosiveness was not in the post. Most of the explosiveness was in the comments, at least between us. And if I was milking it, I would like screenshot all this shit that Armando said. I would make new posts like and blast out the like the
well,
comment
yeah,
section.
because that's the main reason why I didn't know what was going on because I missed it. It was
Yeah, and honestly, I got like I don't even like I would have to find I don't even know if it's still there or not, but I would have to find the Armando post because actually out of all the see, there's like context that's still missing, and it's my fault for not having it screenshotted. But again, I wasn't really that concerned about it. But like the nastiest message was I'm trying to it was probably from like Armando. So like which I'm trying to I don't know if I can find it, but you hear
So do you all think they do this, like Armando and Kenny, just because it's only on people that have been on the outs with TLC? Because they don't seem to pick on anybody else
yeah, I
besides
think it's
people
like
that are in the
they're
outs.
it's
Like,
like
oh, it's safe, we can do it now.
it's like
Because
whether they're privy to all like the ongoings that only an executive would know, like whether it's that level or just somehow the word comes out to them, just trickles down, and they're like, yeah, we're not gonna be working with like Tiger anymore. And then all of a sudden, like, oh, they're not. I guess they're not in our little cast
circle.
circle anymore. So now we have the green light to shit on them and call out their dumb Instagram posts. But either way, it fucking happens, and it's like clockwork. Oh, and then I found the Armando thing. So Armando says, this is in the comment section. He says, Shabooty, your facts failed on this one. Laugh out loud. This isn't even about TLC. It's about being so arrogant as to think you make a show when all of us cast members um, make it. If not, it wouldn't be. Not just one couple. It's about being humble. That's all. And yes, we don't do well with fake people and liars. And yes, that includes your close friend, which I guess is the shot at Statler. And then my response was, nah, there's a clear pattern of this happening over and over again. Maybe you get fed 50% of the picture and are let loose out of the kennel. Except I know way more tea than I'm letting on. So good luck trying to gaslight me. And then let me see. Armando says, who is gaslighting you? all you all use that term just to use it. I'm stating facts. You actually don't know as much tea as you try to sell your followers. I know for a fact, just like you stating the other day, Tiger Lily was on Last Resort and it was a total lie. And no, they weren't even slated as you tried to then cover up, laugh out loud. So please stop gaslighting your followers. Now go talk to all your besties that no one likes other than you because they suck up to you. And by the way, he's full of shit on the like last resort thing. They were contractually gonna be on last resort, and then all this issue happened, and then it got pulled. Um, then my response to Armando was, the problem is I know way too much and it's unnerving. I see through the clouds with a 300,000 or 30,000 mile view. To say I'm inaccurate is laughable. You mean one of my besties like Statler that has lost thousands of followers when she speaks up against authoritarianism and screams for gay rights. You should respect her just for that alone. I do. And it's like funny because like Armando and Kenny hate Statler, who's like a gay woman, and they're gay, and she speaks up for all the shit going on, whether it's like gay rights, whether it's like all the anti-Mexican rhetoric. Statler's like losing 5,000 followers, like speaking up, having a voice, even though it's unpopular. And then you got Armando and Kenny in the fucking corner shitting on Statler at every opportunity. And she fucking has and she speaks what she thinks. And like, you got to respect that. And it's like, if they're really like, if they're proud gay people and they're a proud Mexican gay man, Statler should be the first fucking ass you kiss. So they're the ones that are fucking lame as fuck, in my opinion.
But didn't somebody back down? I want to say I saw a response where you said something and
Well, yeah, okay. Armando then said, after all that, he says, "We all know who was who. Point made. Have a good day." And at that point, I thought it was over. And then it was when, then the next day, Kenny then started attacking me, which I think I read out of order first. But yeah,
oh, so it looked like they backed down and then they started back up again.
yeah.
Ah, okay.
So anyway, that's all that was the drama that they get a little escalated. But all I could say is it's more entertaining than like most 90-day shows.
Well, yeah, it was entertaining to say the least, but I think that it was all over Tiger Lily, which I think is really lame, and it's going to give her an even bigger
Mhm.
ego because she already thinks that she's the um Vanderpump Rules star of the 90-day universe, and I can't imagine who or what has given her that false sense of delusion. Like she's never really ever been the big shit of the franchise. Like if anything, most people are worried about her well-being. If is she okay with the husband that she chose? But yeah, she seems to think that she breaks the internet, she makes the show, she gets more impressions than other cast members. Like she's really, really delusional. So I hate that. I agree with them saying she needs to be humbled because she does. She really does. But
Like I'm not like I don't even I'm not putting up a fight against like I'm not like that was never my argument that Tiger Lily is right and she like that part was never in my equation of like I never was like saying Tiger Lily I never said Tiger Lily did break the internet. How dare you say she didn't break the internet or that she's not like all that shit was never part of my argument, you
well, no, you never defended her.
know.
You were kind of neutral. Like you just posted the information and then the information seemed to piss them off. Like you never picked a side.
Mm.
You were just posting, the information as it was received, and then they kind of just got, I don't know, triggered by the information, I guess is the best way to put it. Like it triggered them for some reason. And like you said, they have a pattern of being triggered by certain people people that have typically pissed off the network. So that's definitely a pattern.
Yeah, and that's kind of a cunty thing to say when Armando was like, "Go talk to your besties that no one likes other than you because they suck up to you." So again, I want to reiterate when we opened up the show and we said, "You're a fan favorite, but you're a fan favorite of what?" You're a fan favorite of a steaming pile of shit flowing down a river, which would be Kenny and Armando, like which are career pillow talk people, where on a show that's failing. So you can say I'm friends with people that no one likes other than me or whatever. Like at the end of the day, you're part of a franchise that's fucking, shitting the bed. So before you attack a blogger and even and you know what even annoys me too? When I think and it was when Kenny was in my comment section talking to other fans and shit, back and forth with other fans, yet still kind of throwing mud my way. Just even like referencing me as a blogger, like by Kenny, like that annoys me too, because I'm like to me that's like I feel like that's a diminishing word. Like if I just like if I call George just a blogger, like that's an insult because George does so much more than just a blogger bullshit. Like he's, podcast, everything, million other things. So even me, like telling me just a blogger is bullshit too. So it's like that's to me that's an insult. So
Oh,
anyway,
I mean, yeah, I didn't catch that. Yeah, you're right. To limit what someone's reaches and what they do. Yeah, I didn't even catch that. Yeah,
yeah, that
you're
was I didn't even forget I forgot to mention it because that wasn't like directed at me. That was because Ken it was annoying to me too, because Kenny was in my comment section talking to my followers back and forth talking shit about me to my followers in my comment section, and that was pissing me off. And yeah, basically saying, "Oh, ignore what this blogger has to say." And then my response was, "Well, yeah, tune into our podcast. I hope you listen to the recording." That's what I told Kenny. Um, so yeah, still have a blogger with a podcast that's talking shit about you for an hour. So enjoy that part.
yeah, he probably will actually, because what else do they got going on? He probably
Hi,
will.
Kenny. Hi, Armando.
Yeah, and they'll probably be posting about it tomorrow. And
Maybe we'll have to name it Knives Out 2.0 Kenny edition and have a picture of like Kenny from like the South Park with like a knife sticking through his head and say, "Oh my God, they killed Kenny."
The kill.
oh, that's actually really good. Damn, good at this. That's actually really good. Yeah, actually, That's perfect. I mean, this one isn't gonna be as crazy as the first Knives Out episode. That one is still gonna be classic.
Yeah.
Um, that one is pure podcast gold. It was a legendary episode, just like the Lauren interview. It was just literally podcast gold. But no offense, but Kenny and Armando could never, produce that type of legendary content. There's just nothing, there's not enough going on with them ever that it would ever achieve that amount of success. They just
True.
lame. They just lame. No matter what they do, it's not interesting. That's why that they've lived and died on Pillow Talk. And they ain't going nowhere else. That's the last place you're gonna ever see them.
And everyone says that, I block everyone. So I want to set the record. I have not yet blocked them. So
Wait, who is everyone? Are you referring to me?
no. People, no. That's what people say about me. Like I block everyone.
Yeah, because I've said that to you before, so I didn't know if you were
Oh
saying.
no, I don't know. I just assume you were repeating what people tell you. I didn't take it as you were saying it to me.
Well, I've heard you tell me stories, and you were like, "This person messaged me, so I just blocked them."
No, well, it's all different. It's all depends on what platform. So like we've already talked about this so many times, but like there's Twitter and then there's like Instagram. So there's different like parameters and shit. With like Twitter, if somebody's like a politically I don't like them, I'll probably block them off that. With like and then also with like Twitter, you can mute them, but like on Instagram, then you can restrict them or you can block them. So it all depends. Usually with like Instagram, the way I kind of operate, and this is not about like famous cast members, I'm talking about fans now, but like usually with Instagram, if somebody's annoying you, you can like restrict them. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll restrict people and then like that means they're on like probation. So then if they're like restricted and there's for whatever reason they annoy me and then I restrict them and then I'll like, time passes, new posts go up by me and then the same person that's restricted hops back in the comment section still talking crazy shit, then they may like get blocked or something. But I think the quickest way to get blocked is like number one, you don't follow. This is on Instagram. Number one, you don't follow. This is not about cast members. This is about fans. Number one, you don't follow me, and then you hop in the comment section and you post like 4 comments in a row, all talking shit. Then I'm gonna block you, obviously.
Well, yeah. If you're not a fan or you don't follow, then I'm not gonna entertain your bullshit. Yeah, I totally understand. But I don't know. I thought it was interesting that you let them stay on probation. You didn't block them. Because they are, what do you call that? Probation or parole? Maybe they're on parole because they can still get blocked at any time. But I do that too. And every now and then I'll go over my block list and see who's eligible for parole and I might let them off.
Mm,
But usually they stay blocked.
true, but I want everyone to know I'm not losing any sleep over this. And at the end of the day, I don't wish ill on Kenny and Armando. We're doing an entertainment show. But anyway, sometimes we have to make our podcast more interesting than the reality show.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, this one's more interesting than what we're watching on TV. So,
Yeah.
well, unfortunately, it is. But
True. All right. Well, I think we finished 2 written topics so far. Let's go to topic 3. Sorry.
oh yeah, we're only on topic number 3. This is gonna be a long show.
No, some of them can be like short though. So let's see. Okay. This one could be a short one, but I guess like on the official 90-day post, um, Colty was talking shit about Rob.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. He said that because he was on Sophie's Diaries.
Hmm.
He was like, "What is Rob doing on Sophie's Diaries? Get a new storyline." And I was like, "Says the guy who fake dated Courtney so he could get a storyline on Hunt for Love." Like, who's like, how are we judging? Obviously Rob definitely needs a new storyline, but Colty, you made yours up. There's
Hmm.
no way, there's not enough money and alcohol in the world for me to be convinced that Courtney would have dated Colt outside of being on the show because Courtney only dates men with money and Colt has literally no money. So I thought that was really ironic that he was calling Rob out for having a lack.
Oh, the comments were hilarious.
Wait,
Hilarious.
do we have them? Can we read some
I
of them?
thought I thought I sent some to the group chat.
I mean, I have the post in front of me.
Oh, can we read some of the comments? I would love to see what people thought of it.
Okay, yeah. So, but let me just read officially what Holt said. So he says, "Why are you filming with your ex on Diaries? Laugh out loud. What? Get a new storyline." Okay, now I can read the comments. So let's see. And then that guy, I forget his name. Who is it? Terrell? Who's the dude from Hunt for Love? Oh yeah,
The,
Jay Terrell. You know what I'm talking, right?
no. Who?
The guy on Hunt for Love, the African American dude who went like on a pseudo date with Tiffany.
Oh, Jay. I don't know his last name. His name is
Okay, yeah, I guess well on Instagram he's Jay Terrell, but I guess Jay, yeah.
the guy that talks shit about Chantel in the previews, but they never actually aired it.
Yeah, so he was the first comment. It says, "See, this is why I couldn't come to the tell-all because Colt been talking out the side of his neck a lot lately." That was his response.
No, the reason why you weren't at the tell-all is because they didn't invite you. But that's true too. Colt do be talking out of his ass at tell-alls, but the reason why you wasn't there is because nobody told you that you were invited. But
Well,
go on.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that Kenny didn't attack Jay/Terrell because I think Jay/Terrell's on the outs with the network too.
Well, yeah,
Oh, but he was just an NPC though.
but
True.
the rumor is he's the one that
Sent that
wrote
letter.
that letter about the Hunt for Love production. That is the rumor that's allegedly going around.
Yeah, the new rumor that's probably started on this podcast, but I think our for us rumors are usually true tea, but allegedly. Anyway, um, so let's next comment. Yeah, Rob, get a new storyline. Example: marry a girl from Brazil, bring her home to terrorize your mom, divorce her, date another Brazilian girl, cheat on her with another girl, marry that girl, divorce that girl, go to hunt for love and break a leg, cohabitate with the girl her that nursed you back to health, start another relationship with a Brazilian girl and go to her country. See, keep the storyline moving.
Ah, that's awesome. I actually love that because it's like
Oh,
rinse and repeat. And he's telling other people to get a new storyline. That was awesome.
that was actually an awesome comment.
Who was that? Whoever commented that, I should follow them. I like the way they work.
Their username is Sam Pena, Sampena.
Yeah, I should follow them. Hopefully they follow me.
Yeah, I should have like re-shared that off rip. That was brilliant. Um, oh, you know the funny part? No, actually, never mind. No, sorry, never mind. All right. Let's see more comments. Hobosexual. Damn, this is in reference to. Oh, and then my cap when I posted the. Hold on a second. So when I posted it on Instagram, my caption said, "Yeah, Rob, go get a new Brazilian girlfriend and be hobosexual. What's wrong with you?" Hashtag sarcasm. That was my comment. And then so somebody said, "Hobosexual. Damn, now I need more coffee." And someone said, "Oh my God, I love that line." This says, "Just like Colt, who gets a different girl each week." I wonder if Rob still uses butt plugs. He looks like a gay when he's pearls and other decoration. I don't know. Let's keep moving since we're friends with Rob now. Um, the image of Colty struggling to take off his compression shirt in Hunt for Love lives rent free in my head. Rob and Sophie are gorgeous, and that's why they get viewers. Surprised Colty took a break from snapping or wrecking or whacking to comment about Rob.
Wow.
uh,
Jeez.
let's
I
see.
got a few too once Shabooty's done that I sent to the group chat.
Okay. He's got no leg to stand on. His only storyline is picking whose couch he's gonna sleep on next.
That was a good one. That's amazing. Oh my God, that's
That
amazing.
was AC Dreamer 96. Shout
That
out to you.
was a one-line mic drop. That was amazing.
True. Me, Team Rob, also deaf. Tell Rob to unblock me. I was just spitting facts. Rob is so fine. Hate that he blocked me. Why is Colt not using proper colloquial conversation writing? Let me help him out. Quote, why are you filming with your ex on diaries? Laugh out loud. What? Get a new storyline. That was a dumb comment. Colt is one to talk. Didn't Colt film 90 Diaries with Courtney? Imagine talking shit on someone when you ain't got a job or place to live. I think there's a lot of interpersonal rivalry and jealousy, and they are all trying to get booked on the shows next season. I know people hate on Colt, but from a quote time on show and amount of celebrity notoriety he gained from the show is higher than most. I'd imagine there's rivalry there. I became Team Rob when he threw Jasmine's shoe on top of another building. Um,
Yeah.
Me too. I'm here for this beef. I can't deny that Colty is bagging girls left and right while broke, crippled, and deflated. Meanwhile, Rob hangs out with a 50-year-old dude going through a midlife crisis playing lip syncing boy band.
Oh shit! Jesus Christ! I don't think Josh is 50, but damn, they coming for Josh. That's wild. That's wild.
Mm. Um, damn, all the cult haters chill. Colty's always had a lot of bark and zero bite. Dude would crumble like paper mache. Um, he's a hater like Colty. He has any right to put anyone down. Isn't it Sophie's the one filming though? He's just trying to get on another season of 90 Day Anything. Colt needs to take several seats. He's a 90 Day hood rat. Says the homosexual who doesn't have anything going on for himself. Go break another bone, Colty. Wow, wow, wow. The ones who act big and bold online or person usually are the ones lacking in the real thing. Cult is scum. Let's see. Homosexual, Cult is no one to talk though. He's literally homeless. And then I'm down to like the last ones. Probably the same reason Courtney and Colt were filming diaries together, and Colt is a twat.
Oh shit! It's a twat. I think my favorite was the 90 Day Hood Rat. I've never heard that term.
Hmm.
So now, from now on, whenever I'm discussing someone like Jasmine or Sophie or Colt, I'm always gonna refer to them as a 90 Day Hood Rat.
Okay, now I'll read you some that say from the same story, but probably some earlier comments because it was posted 4 hours after it went up. It says, one person says, "Have you found a job yet?" Like this is to Cole. Or are you still milking from Courtney? Another one says, here, how dare you, Colt? Another one says, you're the last person to be commenting on this matter, brah. Your contract should have been up a long time ago. Someone
True.
says, while he works on his storyline, why don't you work on your resume to get a job? You're so annoying. And then someone also said, you're obsessed with Robin. Coming for him is so weird. You're a homosexual. Look who's talking. And then one person says, your whole
Like
story.
Gina, get on the mic closer.
Oh, one person said, your whole storyline has been little dick and breaking your leg every 2 weeks.
Oh, wow. Well, they definitely came for him.
Hmm.
And
And then,
it is
yeah,
weird he was so, because remember on Hunt for Love, he was also yelling and screaming at Rob. So it is kind of weird that he has this weird obsession with Rob. And he came for him at the tell-all too. So yeah, it is a little daunting that it could be that he's just jealous. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but he did have some sort of weird obsession with Rob.
Hmm. By the way,
does,
oh sorry, were you still reading comments?
um, sir, stop. You're the last person you should be talking. Please keep quiet. Thank you. That's about it. And then isn't he with the Brazilian chick? Bro, so annoying as fuck. Blah 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 blah.
Hmm. Like I'm gonna look at the our chat's comments. Let's see what people are saying in our live chat. Iggy repeated he's got no leg to stand on.
Yeah, that was my favorite one. I was like not coming for the only good leg.
Hmm. And then this is like in reference to earlier conversation, but like Sherry says, this show is way better than the actual show. Um, let's see. And no, this is a funny comment by Amberlee. It says, "Oh, Tiger Lily's clothes are about to get more expensive. She's gonna need to pay that rent." It's like,
Well, she can charge whatever she wants for her clothes. No one's buying them. Like you can set the price. Like I could post something online and say it's 10 grand. No one's gonna buy it. Like remember when we went over her website and she was selling like I don't remember how much it costed. It was thousands of dollars where you could shop with her at her store, which is probably in her house.
okay, you want to this? I don't know, like on the scale of like on the T scale, there's like 10 level T hot, and then there's like lukewarm T. I'll say this is like a 5. This is like a 4.5 out of 10, so don't get too excited. But I have like 4.5 out of 10 T. Do you want to hear it?
About what? Like where is it about Tiger Lily?
Yeah, but it's not like hot tea, but it's interesting tea nevertheless. And again,
Okay.
okay, so then I heard, well, don't ask me my source, but anyone you'd probably be able to figure out. But I heard like she has like something in her contract where like you know how I heard like she has something in her contract where she is able to like do media like press as long as like if it, obviously she can't really talk about like 90, you know, she can't talk about 90 day with press and stuff, but I heard she has something in her contract where she is able to do press specific to number one, Neve, her clothing store, and number two, her handwriting business. So she is supposedly, allegedly, in her contract allowed to do press on those two subjects.
Oh, well, good for her. Nobody cares about either of those things. But I mean, good for her for working that in there because a lot of people aren't, smart enough to work in their little clauses. So cool that she did that, but nobody's buying her clothes, and I guarantee you no one is hiring her for being her a handwriting expert.
No, she's charging $4,621 for a gray knit long cardigan, as seen on TV. I out of goddamn ass
Well,
mind.
wait, isn't that the same cardigan that we talked about like a year ago?
Probably, yeah.
I
No one
I
bought it.
don't know.
Yeah, no one bought that shit.
Yeah, no one bought it. That's what I said. You can post anything you want online for any price that you want. It doesn't mean anyone's gonna buy it. Like so I think that she's
Mm.
under the impression like, oh, I have this no name brand Sheen cardigan that I wore on the show. It's worth like 10 grand now because I wore it. And that's not how any of this works, right? Like Kim Kardashian could probably sell a shirt that she wore on her show for 10 grand because Kim Kardashian is Kim Kardashian and Tiger Lily is not even in the same universe as that.
She thinks she is in the same universe, but she's far from it.
I
Mm.
wish that I could live with the level of delusion that that woman lives with because my life would be so much easier if I could think with that level of delusion and not have to worry about what's really going on.
Mm.
I sent the pictures of the cardigan on the group chat as well as Patreon, and I put the lowest item, which is like a $29 top.
Mm.
Again, probably from Sheen or Temu.
Oh,
True.
the cardigan that she wore to the tell-all. So she didn't even wear it on the show because what she wore to the tell-all isn't what she actually. I mean, this is what she wore when she got out of the car at the tell-all. What she actually wore to the tell-all was something else. So she thinks that the cardigan she wore for 4 seconds while she walked from the car to the door is worth $4,600. That level of delusion is something I want to strive for.
Yeah, it's not like it was in like an icon in the middle of an iconic scene.
She has never even had an iconic scene. That's the crazy thing. Like, you know how Darcy, like, we can say whatever we want about Darcy, but she's had multiple iconic scenes on the show. Danielle had the scene where she threw the 500-page binder at Muhammad, and she's like, "You're a user, Muhammad." Like, there are people who literally have iconic, legendary moments, and not even Danielle. Danielle could probably post that binder online and sell it for like $500 because it was part of an iconic 90-day fiance moment. She hasn't even tried. But Tiger Lily, for some reason, is thinking that she can sell a cardigan for $4,700. Like it's literally out of control, the level of crazy that is
Mm.
going on in that lady's head. It's crazy. I feel like her head needs to be examined.
True. Should we keep it moving though? To the next subject?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
on. There's nothing left there.
True. Okay, so this was kind of tea that I unearthed. So like exclusive, Mark the pilot has moved to Long Beach, California, I learned.
Oh, Mark, he's with what's
Mina.
Yeah.
Mina. Oh, so yeah, so they're no longer in. I want to say they were
Austin.
in where were they?
Like, well, they had it. Let me just read. Okay, so let me just read my caption. Mark and Mina traded their Boston apartment for an LA area one, and then I later learned Long Beach, California. Mark's older son lives out there and he flies a few jets out of the SoCal area. He still has the house, and Mark still has the house in New Hampshire, but winters were a little too cold for Mina. So now they're in like the Long Beach is what I've heard, LA area.
Okay, so they still have the house that had the runway that was in New Hampshire. Then they were living in a apartment in Boston.
Mhm.
Now they have moved to Long Beach, California. So they're what we call in Florida a snowbird. I think Judge Judy is one. Like the people, they'll have a house somewhere up north, and then whenever it gets cold up north, they'll move to where they don't have winter. So,
Mhm.
I mean, I haven't heard a lot about him and Mina lately, so it's interesting to hear that. I know Mina said when she got to New Hampshire, there was no chance in hell she was gonna stay there. So I guess that was partially accurate. You know, she definitely got her wish to get out of New Hampshire.
Yeah, I just wanted to go on record and say Mark is very reverential towards yours truly. So he's a, let's call him a friend of the show.
Oh yeah, I like Mark. I like Mark. I've never had anything. I don't know. I shouldn't say I've never had anything negative to say. I'd have to go back and listen to recordings to make sure. But I definitely like I definitely like him. And Mina, you know, she grew on me. I didn't like her at first, but she's actually really funny. So yeah, I like her too.
True.
And I like his ex before Mina, the hot one.
Hmm.
Jade.
She's hot. Yeah, Jade is hot.
What annoys me about I like her. Yeah, she's hot. The only thing that annoys me about her is like she's hot, right? But then she overly like filters herself when she doesn't need it or whatever.
Well, a lot of hot chicks do that.
But it annoys me though.
Yeah, I don't know why they do it. A lot of hot chicks do that. They overly filter. But then when I meet people in real life, I'm like, oh, you're hot in real life. So why are you going through all that online? I think I told you that that girl May from Hunt for
Mhm.
Love, she's filtered a lot online. But when I met her in person, she's very, very pretty. She's a very pretty girl. So I was like, I don't know why they do that. I don't know if it's like a self-esteem issue or I don't know why people do it, but it's really, oh, you know what? Cole is better looking in person than he is on the show. And it's just weird that when you meet people in real life, I always assume they're gonna be not as good looking as they are on social media because social media is fake. But every now and then I'll meet somebody and they're better looking in real life than they are on social media. It's really weird.
Yeah, you were like smitten with Cole. So yeah.
I was just surprised at how tall he was. He's like massively tall, but it's not that. So we were at the Airbnb and I had to get ready. So it took me like an hour to get ready. And we were waiting on Cole to show up so we could go to the venue. And he shows up and we allotted him time to get ready. And I guess he had an event a couple of hours away in San Diego and he drove to LA. And so I assumed that he was going to need to get ready. The dude gets out of the car after like a 3 hour drive and looks like he just finished the Abercrombie and Fitch photo shoot. And I was just like, what the fuck? I was like, how do you look like this? You were just in the car for 3 hours. And he's like, oh, yeah, I had all this stuff to do. And it just kind of irritated me because I was like, it's irritating that some people don't even have to try.
Mhm.
It's like a little irritating for me.
Yeah. Like yes. Let me I was gonna make a comment, but I gotta like double I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he follows pretty sure we follow each other on Instagram. Let me just double check before. Yeah, yeah, we follow each other on Instagram. So what was I gonna say? Um yeah, so shout out to Cole Vert as opposed to uh who's the other guy that unfollowed me the other last week? Um This Carlo. So Carlo. Oh yeah, we found out Carlo unfollowed me. So we're not on Team Carlo anymore, but we are on Team Cole.
Were we ever? I don't remember ever being on that boat. I don't remember. I mean, but it's kind of weird that he unfollows you. That's kind of strange because
It's
he
like because who else is fucking making memes of him?
no one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's weird. Like is he
Yeah,
like
like nobody when Hunt for Love was on, like nobody even knew what his fucking. I mean, when I say no one, like the fans didn't know what his fucking Instagram account was, and I'm the dude making memes, tagging him, giving him like attention, so people know what his Instagram account is, and then I get rewarded with that, but with an unfollow.
yeah, that's pretty messed up actually. I mean, he is a pretty disloyal person. I think Cole at the tell-all told us how, he talks shit about everyone. He's one of those people, right? Like there's one in every group where they think that you're cool with this person, and then whenever you're absent, they talk shit about you. That's Carlo. Because I remember he was talking shit about Tiffany, he's talking shit about Cole, he's talking like he's talking shit about Elise. He's one of those people where they smile in your face, you think everything is cool, and then the second you're not there, they're talking shit. Right? I can't stand those people.
Mm-hmm. True. Okay, so that was the Mark T. Oh, I think like before we started the show, I was wondering like if we could figure out when how I said, can we figure out how old Chloe was in 2008? Because that's when she won an acting award. So I was trying to figure out that's like she got that award when she was a kid or something.
Hello?
Yeah, between 6 and 8.
Okay. So yeah, she won an acting award when she was like between 6 and 8 years old.
Chloe from The Other Way?
Yeah.
An acting award from who? Like now I have questions. Now I'm confused. So like what type? Like what type of award are we discussing? Like
I'll send you I posted it on Instagram. It was I don't know. It doesn't say like it doesn't say what she like what it's from other than probably her school.
well shit. It was probably from her middle school. Like get out of here.
Like she's probably in the school play or some shit.
Yeah, I've gotten awards. I was the lead in several plays in middle and high school, and yeah, I've gotten little certificates.
Now they give out awards for everything and everybody. No one is a loser. Everyone, like, it's like sports day. Everyone gets a fucking ribbon.
Mm.
Best Actress 2008 elementary school play, perhaps. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading some of the comments, and this person said probably at elementary school, and they were like, "Weren't you born in 2008?" Like, wow. Okay, so yeah, they said that between 6 years old. So yeah, we're not talking about a Emmy, a daytime Emmy or anything. So good for her though, you know. Um,
Mm.
her acting on the show is not as good, you know, but cool.
True. Anyway, that was a little stupid post, but I wanted to mention. So yeah, she's a fledgling actress, and we know that's a good prerequisite for being on 90 Day these days.
I don't know if being an actress in your school play makes you an actress though. Like I wouldn't consider like she's a seasoned actress because she was in a middle school play. Like I don't know if I would go that far.
True. Okay, let's just keep moving though. Um, okay, yeah, I guess Big Mike did like a gender reveal where he shoved like a glass into a cake and then pulled out the glass and it had like pink frosting on it. So now he's having a baby girl.
Oh, I'm so happy for Big Mike. Big Mike, that's awesome. He's one of the people that I want the best for, and his mom is Trish is one of my favorite 90 Day moms still to this day. Trish is the one that Natalie says called her a hooker.
Hmm.
Trish denies it, but you know, deep down, we all know Natalie's a hooker, so I wasn't mad about either way. But congrats on the baby girl for Big Mike. I like that guy.
True. So yeah, congrats, Big Mike. And I can say for a fact, like T is his like baby's mama. She's not interested at all on being on the show, so don't expect them to be on 90 Day together.
So wait, I have a question. Is his baby mama the one that was from Rock of Love?
Oh, you know what's funny is that's what I thought, and then when I think I was DMing her, and I was assuming it was the Rock of Love chick, and apparently it's not the Rock of Love chick. It's another chick after her.
Oh, so that was an ex.
Yeah.
Interesting, interesting. Okay, so yeah, so that makes sense because I was like, if the girl was on TV before, it could go either way. Either she didn't like the experience or she would go back on the show. But this is a completely different person altogether.
Yeah, and she's the baby mama. She's very nice, so she's cool. So he's definitely he's lucky because she seems like a good catch.
He dodged a bullet. He almost.
You know what my comment was? Hold on, let me pull up my comment because I don't want to like ruin my own gems. Let me pull up my own post. Um, 1 second. And don't Gina, in case you're reading it, don't read it for me because it would annoy me.
No, I'm not. I was just going to send a group text saying that I have to move the laundry into the dryer. So you got nothing to worry about on that.
True. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. Now I'm trying to find the fucking post with Big Mike and the cake on my Instagram. Um, fuck. Hold on. Sorry. Dead air alert. Dead air alert. Does it? Why the fuck can't I find it? I know I posted the picture and he has the glass. 1 second.
Let me look.
I literally reviewed it when I was writing topics. Sorry, y'all, for ruining the show. I literally just want to find my Instagram post with Big Mike. Hold on. Oh, here it is. I found it. I found it. So my caption was Big Mike did a gender reveal with cake and it was pink inside, so he's having a girl. Time to name her Natalie Jr. if you want to, quote, break the internet, end quote, that is.
Oh yeah, she did want to have a baby.
Yeah. So anyway, that was a callback to the Tiger Lily post. I said if you want to break the internet, name her Natalie Jr. Anyway, that was my post. Um, next topic is this is more of like a the last 24 hours thing, but did you see my like AI meme videos? Or I probably shouldn't even said it. I should have like teased y'all and said they were real. Did you see my meme videos?
Well, I saw them, but when you told me they were AI, I was confused because I didn't think that they were.
Hmm.
So when you said that it was, I was like, oh, you shouldn't have said anything because I was fooled. I wasn't gonna question it.
Yeah, because I think the first one I sent you was like Big Ed, not Big Ed,
Yeah,
the guy
yeah.
taking a
So when,
shower with the rat.
it looks legitimate to me. So when you said that, I was like, oh, you shouldn't have said anything because I never would have went in that direction with it. So it was a really good AI.
Yeah, I think the big hit today, and shout out to Josh of the 90 Day Bad Boys. He shared, I did like a geriatric versions of the 90 Day Bad Boys in 20 years. So check that out on my Instagram. Did you see that one?
No,
Oh,
I
you
did.
got to, well, it has audio though, but you got to watch that. I don't know if you can watch it with audio, but that one was actually a pretty big hit today. And it was like the 90 Day Bad Boys in 20 years geriatric style dancing.
It was today.
Yeah, like in this morning or something, I think. But, and then Josh shared the post. So shout out to Josh of 90 Day Bad Boys fame.
Oh, I see it. I see it. Hold on.
Okay. But anyway, go check out my Instagram. I posted a bunch of videos that are pretty funny. They're all like memes and shit. You watching it?
Sorry, I had to mute because I was watching it, but yeah, I saw it. It's actually really funny, and it looks like they're in Vegas. Is
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that was on purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's where I think they started out. They did the Vegas video. Yeah, that's actually funny.
And then
But
did you see? You saw the like Kara 2.0 one, right?
yeah, I saw that one. I saw.
That one. That one. I'm not gonna. I was watching that on like I was on like the train, like the subway train, and I was watching that my own video whatever, and I was like I was laughing my ass off. I thought it was funny.
It's very accurate. It's very accurate. I thought that she overdid the balloon thing, but she later told me in an interview that they made her overdo the balloon thing. It wasn't her intention to be the balloon girl, but yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, so I posted that, but I never heard from her, so I don't know if she's like amused or not. But I did D again. I didn't hear from her. I did DM her and I say, hey, you haven't been on like happily ever after in like so many episodes, and she never responded. This is before the video with the balloon. She never responded though to my DM.
Oh, interesting. I wonder what's going on with that. I
Uh,
mean, I haven't heard anything. So I don't know what's going on. I know that they haven't filmed the tell-all yet, right? Or have they?
Oh, you know what's weird? Oh, this should have been a topic, but like, I got to see if it was like. Hold on, let's let me look on Shaun Robinson's Instagram right now. I want to see if the post I saw if it was new or not, because there was a video, but I couldn't tell if it was new or not of Shaun Robinson getting her makeup done.
Oh. Well, because I wanted to watch very closely.
Oh yeah, so in the last 15 hours, Shaun Robinson posted like at 90 Day Fiance, hashtag 90 Fiance tell all. The amazing so and so recorded this time lapse video of me getting my makeup done. So basically, what that's telling us, and this is kind of tea, but it's saying that Shaun Robinson is doing the next tell all
It is. Yeah, you're right. It did.
because the reason Shaun Robinson posted this because we were all like excited that she's getting that they got rid of her, and now she's posting this to tell people, no, I'm back, bitch.
Huh. But what tell all are they filming? Because I'm not aware. I was actually really watching stories because I wanted to see who's gonna be showing up to the 90 Day Fiance tell all versus who's not for Happily Ever After because I've heard things. So I wonder if the reason why you're not getting a response from Kara is because she's in New York
Oh
right
no, 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 no. Hold on, I got tea on this. Like they filmed the fucking happily ever after tell all like months ago, but I think this is for the other way tell all.
Wait, they filmed Happily Ever After months ago?
Yeah.
Because usually they film the tell-all while the season is airing.
Well, I'm telling you from my knowledge, uh, that they filmed happily ever after tell all a while ago. But
Was Tiger Lily and Adnan present?
oh, that's what's a good question. You know what? That's a good question because that I'm not sure on, but
I'm gonna have to do some research because I was really looking for that because I've heard things. So I was like, I just need to check and see you know, who was there versus who wasn't, because I've heard a lot of different things and I don't want to replace, or I don't want to discuss anything if I can't, you know, I don't have anything to back it up. So I've been waiting to see if I can get you know, confirmation of who was there versus who wasn't.
Yeah, no, but I'm like 99% sure that no, I'm 100% sure they filmed. That was a while ago too. They filmed like the happily ever after tell all a while ago. Um, but the other, I think this is for the other way, is what they're just filming with Shaun Robinson.
Regardless, Shaun Robinson is back. No,
Well, that proves how fucking brain dead the like executives are with making those decisions.
Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all a little background. I don't know if I ever told y'all this before, but if you ever watch the 90 Day Fiance tell-alls, if you look at the credits, I know a lot of people don't. Shaun
She's
Robinson,
an executive producer, yeah.
yeah, she's an executive producer, which basically means she signs off on anything that happens. So it would be really, really difficult to fire an executive producer.
well, I'm not saying fire her, but she's not a good host. She needs to sit on like
But
let someone else take over.
at the end of the day, as an executive producer, it's basically her show. Because I mean, it's not, but at the end of the day, with the rights and privilege that an executive producer has, it's basically her show. So even if she was the worst possible host, like Gina, say for instance, you own Gina Industries and you don't go to work and you're drunk half the time and you make
No,
bad decisions,
but
you're
no,
not,
like
you're not going to fire yourself from Gina Industries
like
because it's
like
yours.
yes and no. She's like an executive, but at the same time, there's always someone on top of her, in the ladder, so she could easily get pushed out of that role. Like
Well, it would take votes,
it,
right?
like it would take her. It would probably, if she has a contract, they would have to pay her millions for the contract, buy out a contract, and then they get rid of her ass. Yeah, it would take that, but they could get the guy, whoever's above her. They may have to pay her millions to buy out a contract or whatever the fuck it is, and then but then they could get rid of her ass. Yeah,
Well, right. It's probably cheaper to keep her at the
yeah,
end
yeah,
of the day.
exactly.
It's cheaper to keep her, and they probably
Mm-hmm.
are at the point where they would get rid of her if it, you know, it didn't cost so much money to do so. Because when I realized that her name was under the executive producer credits, I was like, that's really high up and that's very unusual. Like, because if you watch the end of Oprah's talk show when it was on, she was the executive producer. So you weren't gonna do anything on that show without her signing off on it because it was her show, you know. And to get that type of credit is crazy. I don't know who signed off on that deal to let the host have that much control over the show. Typically,
Well, it's the Oprah Winfrey Show. It's hosted by her. So obviously she's not going to get rid of herself if the show is like named after her, obviously. But this is 90 Day Fiance, not 90 Day Doll Shaun Robinson show.
well, somebody signed off on that deal and made her an executive producer. And you know, at the beginning, she was probably putting a lot of her own money into the show. Like, you know, the first, second season or whatever before it started bringing back a return. So it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be really difficult to get her off of the show as the host. Because, you know, I think a lot of people have told me, I don't want to say names, but a lot of people have told me that one person specifically said that they were asked to do commentary on one of the tell-alls, and they were supposed to do like backstage interviews and do a lot of different things. And when they arrived on set and they tried to do that, they got a lot of pushback from Shaun Robinson, and she asked them to leave because they felt like they were stepping on her toes. She felt like that was what she was supposed to be doing.
Mhm.
And the person told me that they were asked, you know, to leave. Even though they had been flown there, they were asked to do this. This was something that was pre-discussed by production. When Shaun saw what they were doing, she felt like it was in direct violation of what she was there to do, and she didn't like it. So I think she's not the type of person that's going to let anybody come in and take over what she thinks is hers.
Well, Sean better be prepared because everyone was, under the hope that Suki's going to take over full time for her role, and now when the fans see that no, Suki's not the new permanent full time host, and Shaun Robinson is back, there's going to be a deluge of like shit landing on Shaun Robinson's head. So she better be prepared for that.
I mean, yeah, I think at the end of the day, though, Shaun Robinson, like when she posts, she turns the comments off and, she doesn't really interact on social media. I don't
I
think that
mean,
she
let's compare
knows.
Sean Robinson with the comments are off versus the top five show on television, which is Love Island Games. I could pull up the graph. Hold on one second. Um, well, I think you're gonna know what I'm about to allude to, but hold on. Okay, so Love Island Games had 408 million. I'm trying to think what this metric actually says. Estimated minutes watched. So it's Love Island Games had 408 million estimated minutes watched, and the host of Love Island Games was engaging with me on like Instagram versus Shaun Robinson, who has like her comments off and no one likes her.
I mean, yeah, when you're on the most loved show in the world, people love you and you're interacting and appreciative. And I think Shaun knows that if she was to turn her comments on, it would just be people saying, retire. We don't want to see your ugly face. And I think so, yeah, I think the dynamic is different. And I think that she knows that, her time has probably come to an end as the host. She just doesn't want to hear it.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, did I say Ariana Grande? If I did, I meant Ariana Madix.
Oh, I didn't catch if you said Grande or not.
I didn't catch it either.
Well, I can't wait to listen to playback tomorrow.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, Ariana Madix. Yes, she's definitely very active on social media. She engages with the fans, but at the end of the day, it's a lot easier to engage with the fans when the fans love you,
Hmm.
right? Shaun had to turn her comments off because she just got sick of being dragged up and down the boulevard. Like she doesn't even want to read it because she just knows that people are just over her. So she had to turn it off.
True. Okay, let's see what the next topic is. Let's see. Okay, this could be like a 2 minute topic, but I posted a picture of like Elise from Hunt for Love, and she looked very thin. So do you think she looks too skinny?
Um,
Do you want me to send you the post?
I saw it.
let me see it. I mean, that's hard to say. Too skinny. I think that people wear weight differently, and I think that saying that someone should weigh a certain amount is hard unless you're a doctor. Someone's BMI and stuff. So let's see the photo and let's see if I can see her what's the
Rib cage.
if I can see her rib cage or not. I guess that's my real guide. Can I see their pelvis and their rib cage? Then yeah, maybe.
Okay, I texted it to you. Um,
All right.
okay, and I could put it in Patreon. It's like,
Oh well, yeah, I can definitely see her pelvis and her rib cage. So yes, she definitely appears that she could have a Chipotle bowl.
Well, I had a funny joke. I said, based on this photo, it's obvious that Tim did not take her out to dinner. Oh.
Yeah, she hasn't eaten in a while. Um, at the I don't like to like come for people's bodies because I know there's like body dysmorphia and there's things that people go through, but I always say if I can see your bone structure, you know, like because I'm not saying that you should be thick or whatever. I'm just saying if I can see your pelvic bones and your rib cage and everything, it makes you wonder, if they're suffering from like some sort of eating disorder or something because there's looking amazing, there's looking great, and then there's looking malnourished. And I think a lot of times those lines get blurred with people who have like is it anorexia? I think it's
Well,
called.
it could be anorexia, it could be bulimia. You never know.
Oh yeah, there's different ones. But again, I ain't no doctor. I can't determine any of that. I just worry though when people get to that point where they think that that's their best look, where it looks like they're not eating regularly. That's very worrisome.
Yeah, I will say because again, I didn't put like when I posted it, I didn't put my own commentary. Like I didn't make comments about like what she looks like. I literally just posted it and said, you know what I mean? Like I put the piece, I posted it up, but I didn't comment. You know what I mean? Like I didn't say what I thought. But my followers obviously put their 2 cents in, and like wolves on a bone, they ravaged her or whatever. Um, and I felt a little bad. So then I did DM Elise and I said, my followers are assholes, but I like you.
Well, did you see what she posted on her story today? It was like a torso of her like in a
Oh,
tank.
I see it now.
It looks even worse, actually.
Uh,
Oh man. Yeah.
yeah.
But to each their own. If whatever makes I tell people whatever makes you happy is what you should do, but I want you to be alive and well to do it. Also, she has 119,000 followers. Good for her.
Damn, she's clouded up.
Yo, she's very clouded up. Good for her.
Oh, then I mean, and like you can say she's an NPC, but like when I posted my post, I think I got like 15,000 views, so not bad for an NPC.
Not
Well,
too shabby.
yeah, that's not too shabby. And this picture, actually her second picture on Instagram, not the first one that you posted, the second one, and then the third one, she looks better.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think that, she's very, very thin. And I don't want to say if somebody's too thin or not again, because I ain't no doctor and I don't have any medical training, but I worry about people who I can see their pelvis, right? Like I just worry. It's just me. I just hope that everything's good.
True. All right. Well, that's the least thing. I posted it in Patreon if you want to know what photo I'm talking about. The next topic, and again, this one is another like short topic. So I posted today, basically, well, remember like none of this is like news to you and I, but like remember like a couple weeks ago or whatever, like Amani and Matt, they were taking turns like posting really dramatic videos on social media
Mm-hmm.
where Matt looked all depressed and he was all like he's in the doghouse and they're fighting and they're on the outs. And I kind of like, I didn't really repost it because I was like, but anyway, long story long, Amani posted a photo of them back together on good terms, like on a boat or something. And then I posted that photo. Let me read my caption if that's okay. I said today, it's on my Instagram. I said, let me see. I said, what a shocker that Amani and Matt are all dandy again on the home front. I hope they at least got a Razzie Award for their acting performances. Parentheses, there was a reason I never covered their beef and online meltdown at all on my page because I wasn't buying it for 1 second. Cheers. So that was my post.
Yeah, I didn't buy into their drama either because it seems very unrealistic for people that were supposedly in a throuple to say that one's cheating on the other because how could you be in a throuple if you were seeking monogamy? Like
Mhm.
it's very confusing because I was like, if you were in Imani's story, she went out to find a woman for him to bang. That was her. She said that on her season. It was her idea. She was looking for women for him to bang. Well, her to bang too, but for him to bang. So it would be highly unlikely that him banging another woman would piss you off. I think they have the type of situation where if he was to bring another woman home, that would be something they both would do together.
Mhm.
Right. So it seems highly unlikely if you have a wife that is like, oh yeah, bring anybody home you want. You can bang her, I can bang her, it'll be a good night. It's highly unlikely that he he's in trouble for banging someone. Like that's like it's unrealistic. And I think at the end of the day, now that we know that The Last Resort has I believe filmed for 2 full weeks now, they know they're not getting on it, so they could stop their acting, they could stop trying to get on the show, it's over. So I think they're back to, their original clout chasing, you know, relationship. It's kind of how it's been from the beginning. I don't know if it was a competition between Tiger Lily and Amani of who wants fame the most, it
Mhm.
would be a tie. I think that they both are so cloudy and they're chasing the cloud to the point where it's like a carrot. You know how you dangle a carrot in front of a camel and it'll run for a
Mhm.
thousand miles. It'll go 1,000 miles for that carrot. I feel like that's how the
Like I feel like Amani wins the clout competition because Amani's fucking in the desert making like parody music videos with a Shekinah with a saw mask. Like that's extra clout chasing that even like Tiger Lily wouldn't do.
Yeah, that's true. And keep in mind that we never actually heard the rest of the song. That's a thing too, because I was actually excited. I'm a big fan of diss tracks. So I was actually excited to hear the rest of the diss track. And then she had the audacity to not even put it out, which even pissed me off even more.
Yeah, but that's still like next level clout chase. Like, hey, I'm gonna do a high budget. I'm being a little facetious, but big budget like diss track music video with like a my arch nemesis wearing a mask. Like that's pretty clout chasey.
No, you're right. That's a lot. That's extra because even Tiger Lily, she didn't make a parody video making fun of Kenny or
Hmm.
whatever. So you're right. It's a little extra. So I guess Amani would win the clout chasing award. What would you give a clout chaser as an award? I was thinking about that. I was like, what would they get? It wouldn't be a trophy. It would have to be like maybe one of those YouTube plaques that says you got 100,000 views or something. Like, cause what would make a cloud chaser happy more than 100 or a million views or something?
Or maybe like
An award of a garbage can.
maybe a picture of a booty with like a kissing print on it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to make that. Well, I can AI. I don't know if hopefully AI can do a booty, but I'll see if I could AI generate that.
We should do like a podcast.
Oh, yeah, we should do like a awards show podcast.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should pass out awards. We'll do like a little award show and we'll have like different categories.
Like,
Like,
okay, I have an idea of a category like heart, like this is in reference to like our own show, but like like heartbreaker of the year. Who broke the podcast host's heart the most this year? And then we can give Liz an award.
We don't call her by that name. We
I mean
call her
the
the
dreaded L
cockroach.
word.
oh yeah, we don't use that word around here. But yeah, I like the idea. So let's figure it out and we'll do like a annual award show. We
Yeah, we
can
could hype
do
it up.
Yeah, we'll hype it up. We'll put in an award. We'll get a
We could ask like our friend cast members and say, "Hey, I know you can't like come on live for whatever reason, but like, can you record your acceptance speech for us, and we'll edit it into the like final show."
Oh, I like that. Yeah, you're right. I like that. I like that. Yeah, and we'll you can use AI and create the award and it'll be different
Hmm.
different types of awards. So like we'll do like um the breakout new season star and then we'll have a cast member that'll accept and then we can do the most played out storyline which we could probably give to oh man, maybe
All of the above.
oh, it can only be one winner, Gina. So it'd have to be either like Darcy, or who else?
Jenny.
Jenny and Samid, or the most played out recycled storyline. Like, yeah, I have a million ideas for categories, and it'll be a lot of fun. I don't know
And
if
we
fun,
can
but
have the listeners and like your fans like submit cast their votes too.
Hmm.
oh, I like that. We could do posts, and everybody has to go in the post and vote. You know how you do a poll, and
Hmm.
Yeah.
that's how we'll determine who gets the award. So we'll put like a splits, whoever's in the category, we'll put a photo with every person, and then you go and you vote in the poll, and that's how we determine who wins the award. So it'll be a fan voted award show, kind of like what was the choice awards where you vote? I can't remember.
People's Choice Awards.
Yeah, the People's Choice Awards. Yeah, so it'll be called like the 90 Day Fiance Fan Choice Awards or 90 Day Fiance Fridays Fan Choice Awards. And so, yeah, I think we should plan that. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
True. Yeah. That guy. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Um. So anyway, yeah, we'll put that into the docket.
Yeah, we'll add that into the court docket and we'll get that on the schedule.
Like category most annoying returning tell-all host, and then there's only one choice, and it's Shaun Robinson.
Well, yeah, Shaun is
Yeah.
a in for that. But
Or,
yeah,
or we could just be like, who's your favorite tell-all host? And you have two options, Suki or Shaun, and then we'll see who wins.
yeah, tag Shaun Robinson in that. That would be funny because she hates to see when people tell the truth about her hosting ability. She doesn't like that at all.
True. Okay, so that's Mad and Amani. Okay, a fan hung out with Ella, which is a chick who was with like Johnny, the Asian guy, I think, in China. But she was in Idaho. So then a fan flew out to Idaho to hang out with Ella. And I know Georgia, like a 90-day super fan as far as like boots on the ground with other cast members. So would you, given the opportunity to hang out with Ella in Idaho, would you fly out there and hang out with her for like a weekend or something?
Um, who's paying for my flight?
I think in this scenario, in this hypothetical, you would have to pay for your own flight.
Oh no, no fucking way. No, absolutely not. There's no chance. There's not enough alcohol or money in the world that would make me want to go to Idaho. First of all, period. Idaho, no. But to hang out with Ella, that's a double no for
Mhm.
me. She's actually the least interesting cast member that I've come across in a long time. Like I can't imagine what we would do. I know she likes to do like anime
Like role playing and shit.
role playing. Yeah, I know she likes to do that, which can be fun.
Cosplay.
Cosplay. Yeah, but outside of sex, I'm not like a cosplay guy. So
Oh,
like, no, absolutely not. No, I don't want to hang out with her. And if I did hang out with her, just know if you see her and I together, somebody else paid for everything.
mhm. Okay, well, like where does Jessica live? Like North Dakota or some shit?
Oh, Jessica,
Wyoming.
Wyoming. She lives in Wyoming.
True. Oh yeah, I know you were invited to the wedding. So
Yeah, the wedding was actually in Colorado though. But I was invited. It was a winter wedding. I wasn't able to go. I was actually out of town doing something else.
well, let me pose the question. Okay, so let's say Juan and Jessica, they say, "Hey George, like we want you to come out to the house like for a weekend. You're gonna be sleeping in a room with no doors, and the kids are annoying, and you have to pay for your own flight, but you have an open invite. So would you go?"
I do like Jessica and Juan though. Like as human beings, like I like them and I've talked to them a lot over the years. Mm, I don't think I would. I don't know. You know what? If I could, can I use my fly miles? Can I use
Yeah,
my
yeah,
fly
yeah.
miles?
I think so. Why not?
Okay, yeah, then yeah, if I can get it my flight with my flight miles, then yeah, I do it. I do it. Because they're actually really cool people and actually Megan and I have talked for years too and I like Megan too, so it's like yeah. Yeah, I would.
True.
But
Well,
I've always liked them and I was invited to the wedding. So, yeah.
mhm. True. All right. Well, that was the hypothetical, and that was the Ella thing. And if you want to see the photo of Ella and this fan hanging out, it's on my Instagram at shabooty.com. So check that out. And then next topic. Okay, so now we're down to Love Island finale talk, which we haven't talked about.
Oh, we haven't talked about that. Oh yeah, you know what? Me and Gina did a podcast already
Mhm.
because I was like, I feel like we talked about that, but yeah, we haven't talked about it on this show because I think we didn't do a show on Sunday, right? And I think that was the day that Love Island came on.
Mhm. Yes,
So
we haven't. You haven't talked about it with me. So yeah, we're ready for Love Island talk. Like it's the finale. Let me go to my let me pull up my tweets if that's cool. Um, one second, I'm pulling up my tweets so I remember what the hell I talked about. And by the way, if you're listening to this recording on like Apple, Spotify, and you don't care about Love Island games, there's always like a button that like fast forwards 15 seconds at a time. Anyway, okay, so here I'm just gonna go through my Love Island tweets. Okay, so I know people disagreed with me, but I tweeted it was wild that Johnny didn't get a chance to compete, but I guess America doesn't like a-holes. So you were happy that like Johnny got booted ASAP, right?
yeah, I wasn't a fan of Johnny, but I'm not a fan of Johnny or Tyreek. I felt like they both were I don't know, reptiles. They're snakes, and they shouldn't have been trusted. And the idea that they both made it to the finale is it kind of shows you that America has a weird relationship with toxic men because they shouldn't have been there, right? The way that they treated the women in the house, the way Tyreek treated Justine, the way Johnny treated Audrina, they shouldn't have been there. So the idea that they made it to the end shows that America really needs to get into therapy and stop dealing with these toxic ass men.
Like, you know what? Like Johnny, this is a reality TV throwback, but anyway, you know who like Johnny reminded me of though was like he was kind of like Richard Hatch on Survivor. He was kind of like the asshole, but he was good at playing the game. So like from that standpoint, I was like, yeah, he's a douchebag and I hate him, and he's like an asshole and a scumbag. He's a villain on the show, but he's so good at competing. He reminds me of Richard Hatch. Where just based on that, I was like, you know what? I would have wanted him to actually like get to compete. That was my
I
thoughts.
didn't watch Survivor. I
Oh,
can't
really? Gina, did you watch Survivor like season one or something?
I only watched season 1, but that was like years
Wasn't
and
the main guy like
years
wasn't the
ago.
main guy like Richard Hatch?
I can't remember,
What kind of
but
reality TV people
I
my
remember
time?
the first winner was pretty competitive.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me. I'm curious what the chat's saying. Anyway, if anyone in the live chat has heard of Richard Hatch, let me know. But anyway, I mean, I think Johnny was a douche, but oh yeah, Lana says I watched Survivor. Yes, Richard Hatch. Anyway, like, yeah, he's a douche, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like he was such a good competitor where it was to me it was like shitty that like America was the reason he got booted. I feel like he should have like I wanted to see him lose in the competition versus lose just by a vote. Like I wanted to see him
Well,
lose.
Shabooty, this guy has lost. This is his third season of Love Island that he's lost.
Mm-hmm.
He lost his season. He lost the Love Island games season 1,
1,
and then he lost Love Island's game season 1.
whatever. Yeah,
No,
So,
whatever season he was on, he lost regular Love Island. He lost Love Island games 1, and now he's lost this one. Now he's going into House of Villains.
well,
he's
yeah, and actually, what was really interesting, I found out that he's actually also on. There's a show on MTV. It's called The Challenge.
mm-hmm.
He's also was on that show. So he's kind of a career reality TV dude. So that explained a little background to me of why he's such a dick. Because
Mm-hmm.
when you're in a reality TV career, like you're not going to do anything but that, you kind of have to be a dick. Because in order to dominate and get onto these shows, I guess he's going to be on House of Villains, which is only for people that are dicks to people.
Mm-hmm.
It's that role. So I don't know if he's actually a dick or if this is just the path that he's chosen in life. And in order to be successful in that path, you have to treat people like they're disposable. So I don't know that. I don't know him well enough to know that, but I just think that the way that he treated Audrina, it was despicable for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Way 1 minute he's sticking his tongue down her throat saying how much he likes her, and then the next minute he's like, I can't even hold a conversation with you. You're so stupid. Like it's insane the way it's almost emotional, like abuse. Like to tell a girl how much you love her, how beautiful they are, how much you love spending time with her, and then the next day you wake up and you can't say anything nice about her. It's almost like emotional abuse.
Yeah, he definitely pulled one on her, but no, you're not wrong. But yeah, he plays the villain role well. I don't know if I'm gonna watch House of Villains, but
Oh, I will. I freaking love that show. House of Villains is
like,
amazing.
who is there anyone else on it that I would know?
Do you know the Mob Wives?
I know the show, but I don't know if I know the people off name.
I think Drita
Mm-hmm.
is gonna be on
I don't
there.
know.
Hold on. I'll give you a rundown of the new
New
cast.
York.
Tiffany New York Pollard is
Yeah, I know her. Yeah,
making her third appearance. She's been on every season. So Tom Sandoval,
which is Ariana's ex.
Ariana Maddox's ex, Drita from Mob Wives, Plain Jane, Tiffany Pollard, Christine Quinn, who's actually on one of those Selling Sunset shows. She was from Cleveland, and I actually know her, which is kind of cool. Johnny from Love Island, and Jackie Christie from Basketball Wives, and she is under a lot of scrutiny because she punched her daughter on the last season of Basketball Wives, and a lot of people are really upset about that. So she's going to be on there as well.
Yeah, I don't know. The only one, the biggest name to me is like freaking Johnny, I guess,
And Tom.
and Tom. Even though I only like
But
him because of his act.
Jackie Christie's a big deal. Christine Quinn's a big deal, but you have to know
You have
them.
to watch the shows. If you don't
Yeah.
watch it, you don't know if I could.
Yeah, if you don't watch their stuff or follow them, they're nobody to you. But and on their own right, these are all pretty big names in the reality TV world. But yeah, if you don't watch any of those shows, you're gonna be a little. I don't want to say you're gonna be bored because you don't really need to know a lot about them. It's kind of like Love Island games where you didn't watch their original season from their original country, and you don't need that information to get a good idea of who they are on the show. It kind of works that way on House of Villains too. It helps if you have seen where they came from, but at the end of the day, if you watch Tom Sandoval on this show, he's still gonna be a dick on this show, just like he's a dick on the other show. You're gonna see who they really are.
True. Are you surprised they didn't have any 90 Day people?
Yeah, this is the first season where 90 Day Fiance was not
Represented.
represented. So I was very surprised actually that they left 90 Day Fiance out. But I will say each season, the cast member that they decided to use brought nothing to the show. I will say that. So maybe on the, on the writer's block, they were like, well, we've had two different 90 Day Fiance cast members on this show and they brought nothing to it. So maybe there's no need for that representation. Maybe they came to that conclusion. Because 90 Day Fiance it's not what it used to be. It doesn't carry the weight that it used to carry. And I think they had Anfisa one season, and then Gina, who was it? Paola was on the other season, I believe.
What's her name? The chick I can't stand that always fucks with me.
Larissa.
Yeah.
Larissa.
Yeah. I was
And
going to
none of-
say, doesn't it start with an L?
Yeah, and none of them brought anything to the show whatsoever. Actually, a lot of people said they would forget Larissa was on the show until elimination came, and then she was standing up there with the rest of the cast. They're like, oh shit, Larissa's on the show. And then she got voted off first. And I believe Anfisa got voted off extremely early as well. So they didn't bring anything to it. So I guess they might have felt like, well, let's drop 90 Day Fiance and add, a different reality franchise that brings a little more entertainment.
Yeah, I think at some point they were like, if we bring in a 90 Day person, we're going to be doing 90 Day a favor versus the cast member doing us a favor.
Yeah, and keep in mind, guys, House of Villains pays $25,000 per episode. This is way higher up than doing a 90 Day Fiance show. So they're paying for entertainment. So if you come on the show and you don't entertain them, it's not going to bring you any more money. So this isn't like doing 90 Day Fiance where you get $2,500 an episode. They're giving these cast members $25,000 per episode.
True. And then okay, let me go finish up my tweets on Love Island finale. So this is not necessarily a witty tweet or anything, but like that challenge, which was kind of like a puzzle, like a time puzzle challenge. Like, do you think? I guess the question I'm posing to you is, do you think you would do well on that challenge, like under the gun?
Wait, what was the challenge
The
again?
one where it's like I don't know how to describe it, but it was like this.
It was like
You had to like move the
the
disc.
2-year-old, like remember that 2-year-old toy where you had to stack?
Gina, we discussed this. It looks like the Fisher Price shape thing. So I felt like I would have did totally fine on it because I was thinking about that because Gina was like, this reminds me of that little game they give.
But like, do you enjoy doing like puzzles or whatever?
Not so much as an adult, but like when I was younger, I did do like Sudoku and crossword puzzles and physical puzzles when I was like a kid. But again, as an adult, I don't do that stuff. So would I be rusty? Yes. I think that it took them a lot longer to figure the shape thing out than I thought it should have. But at the end of the day, when you're competing for $250,000, $250,000, I don't like to judge people too much because your nerves might get the best of you. So they might not actually be morons. They might have just been really nervous.
Yeah, I think like
Well, they could have looked at Lucinda's and Zay and Toby and Sydney could have looked at what Tyreek did and Justine because they were just sitting there like for what, 5 minutes waiting till the others to be done.
Yeah, I don't know. All I'm gonna. I think so. I tweeted. I said this challenge would annoy me because I hate timed puzzle challenges. So I'm not a huge fan of them. But anyway,
a lot of the challenges were stupid. Like honestly, there was a lot of challenges. I like the duels a lot. Like honestly, I think the duel is the best way to determine who should be there and who shouldn't. But I was a little annoyed with the way if someone gets hurt, they're automatically eliminated.
we've talked about that. Yeah,
it annoys me. But I do think the duels, putting the people up against each other on a one-on-one challenge, physical challenge, I think that's the best way to determine who's the best person to stay. I think that they got that right.
Well,
Yeah, so-
Nicola had said she went to the hospital, obviously. She didn't remember anything that happened. And then she was fine the next day until later in the evening. She had she had massive headaches and she had to go back to the hospital.
Mhm.
She was at the finale though. She
was
there. And Chris, Gina, damn it, I forgot. There were two people who weren't there. It was Chris and who else?
Charlie.
Chris and Charlie were the two cast members that were not there, and we were looking for information as to why they weren't physically at the finale, and I wasn't able to find anything. So I don't know if it was just a scheduling issue, but if you notice, if you follow the people, the Love Island cast members, each person that got eliminated in the last week, they never left Fiji.
Yeah.
You notice that they were still in
The
Fiji.
last week, Mert was in Fiji, and you're like, oh, maybe old pictures or whatever. I'm like, no, man, he's still in Fiji. When Garby got got kicked out, she was with them too. I'm like, no, man, they're coming back.
Do you think that that was like a way for production to save money? Because we knew that they were going to be back for the finale, and they were like, well, why would we fly you back home if you're just going to be back here for the finale? And it was only a 3-week show. Because imagine if you got voted off the first or second week, and then you had to kill 10 days in Fiji, you weren't filming. Would that be an issue for you? Like, I mean, I'm not saying
Vacation. That is
It's probably
vacation.
cheaper than flying him back and forth.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess when you're that pretty, you don't have to go back home to a job, right? These are very pretty people. So it's not like
Uh-huh.
I got to get back to my job as a nurse or whatever. Like, I'm pretty sure these people don't have like a job. So they probably were just like, yeah, I'll just chill on this beautiful island for the next 10 days and sip pina coladas on this water. I guess it wouldn't be an issue. But a lot of times when people get voted off, because, on the regular Love Island season, it's a 6-week show. When they got voted off, everybody would go wait at the home airport of wherever they're from because within a day or two, they were back home. So I just was thinking the same thing would happen, but on this season, they kept them on the island until the end.
True. Let me go through my tweets again. Okay, so anyway, Zay and Lucinda won, and then I think I tweeted Zay is definitely banging Lucinda tonight, and I'm pretty sure you would agree with me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, what else do you do after you win $250,000 together?
Yeah, and you share it. So were you surprised Zay decided to share it or whatever?
No, that was the least surprising testament of the episode. Zay and Lucinda are both
Good
decent
people.
Yeah, so when they were like, "Oh, we have to now decide, if they're gonna keep the money or share," and I'm like, "There's no point in doing that. Zay's gonna split it if they pick him, and Lucinda's gonna split it if they pick her." I didn't even need to watch it. I knew what the outcome was gonna be because if you remember, Zay, I don't remember what he did, but he did something kind of grimy to somebody, and he went and tried to apologize afterward.
I think it was
To his
not
ex-girlfriend?
Johnny. No.
Okay.
Adriana and Johnny. To Johnny.
Yeah, and he went and tried to apologize.
Not Johnny, the other guy. What's his name? Who is with Andrea? What's his name? Who got eliminated?
Oh, Josh.
Josh, thank you.
When I saw that, I was like, "Oh, he has a conscience." Because if Johnny did something grimy to you, he's gonna be like, "I was playing the game." But when I saw that Zay was trying to apologize and he actually felt bad, he's like roaming around the villa like, I feel bad. That's not nice to do to people. I was like, "Oh, you have a conscience." So at the end of the day, I was like, people with a conscience, they're gonna split the money. And Lucinda was the same way. She felt bad about things that she did to people while she was there. And unfortunately, when you have a heart, this isn't the type of show for you. So I was
in Love Island Games 1, like, did the person split it or keep it or what?
Oh, so what did Justine do with the money? Gina, do you remember?
I don't know. I didn't watch it because I tried to find it and I couldn't find season 1. So I don't know what she did.
Oh man, I wonder if like Chat GPT would know.
Maybe Chat GPT would know.
True. Let me ask.
She split the cash prize of $100,000. Justine and Jack split it. So yeah, she split the money. Are you surprised?
Well, it was 100,000 this first season?
Yeah, first season was 100,000. If you notice that Ariana kept saying the highest cash prize ever in Love Island history because they upped it to 250,000 this season. Last season was 100,000. So literally 1,000 each, which not a lot, but it's a lot more than I got in my pocket right now. So
I want to look up Jack Fowler. I'm curious what he looks like. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Let's see. Okay, I just Googled it. Okay.
he's tall with a beard.
True.
and he definitely looks not American.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of looks Australian, if I could take a guess, but there
Mm-hmm.
looks like there's some Spanish in there.
Yeah, and then anyway, um, Zay says like, obviously I'm here for love, bro, I think. And then my tweets, I tweeted, I said, dude, do you know how many sugar babies you can get with the extra 125K though?
I mean, Shabooty, let me be honest with you. If I was on this show, if I was extremely hot and I was on this show and somebody was handing me $250,000 and I had to decide whether or not I was going to keep all of it for myself or split it with somebody that I just met 3 weeks ago.
You're gonna keep it. We know you.
Because I didn't even know you 3 weeks ago. Like, Gina, think about this. Today, you don't know someone, you meet them tomorrow, and then 3 weeks from tomorrow, you win the lottery, you win $250,000. You're not going to split any of that money with that person that you just met. So at the end of the day, I would just be like, I don't even know you. So no, I'm not giving you any of my money. So it wouldn't even be a question for me. I would keep it.
Mm.
But it seems like they value friendships on this show a lot. And they and I know you'll get a lot of backlash if you keep the money or whatever. Like the fans are gonna call you whatever. But at the end of the day, I would walk away with every piece of that money because it's mine.
Yeah,
Period.
like
Okay, there, Tyreek.
like I'm wondering like how calculated they are in terms of like endorsement deals and shit. They're like, well, if I be like split the money and then I'm like the nice guy, then I'll get a guy or girl, then I'll get all these like endorsement deals for like brands because I'm like because that'll go well for like marketing and shit.
That's a good question, Gina. We should look into what partnerships and endorsements, if any, that the cast members have gotten. Like I know I always see them doing appearances, like right when a season ends,
Yeah.
I'll see
Right
them.
now they're doing mostly appearances and like
Mhm.
gabalanting through LA right now, but I'll keep my eye on it.
It's
True.
hard because the show is a little vulgar and it's a little racy for a lot of brands. So we would have to figure out. I know there's probably bikini and swimwear brands that are all over it because all they wear is bikini and swimwear the entire season. So I know that some brand is probably sending them shit tons of clothes or whatever, but I don't know specifically what brands have gotten in on that.
True. I would split the money with Ariana as long as we could make sweet, passionate love in the bungalow. Just kidding.
Oh, you mean in the hideaway?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
The hideaway. I mean, I'm sorry. Like Gina, if me and Gina were on the show, and Gina and I go way back, like Cadillac seats. So I would split the money with Gina because Gina's my girl, right? But if it's just somebody that I ain't never met, you ain't getting none of my money. You know what I'm saying? Like I just met you. If you That's like saying if you go to an event and you meet somebody and then you happen to go back into town like 21 days later, you don't owe that person 20 or $125,000. Like it's not even a question for me. And I hate to sound selfish, but I'm one of those people that if I won the lottery, I would change my phone number. Like I'm
You'd stop watching 90 Day Fiance.
probably not. But like I'm one of those people. If I won the lottery, I would change my phone number because people would just ask me for money all the time.
Mhm.
So and I don't feel like
I would share the money with Mert.
Yeah, see, Gina and I would share it with Ariana and Gina would share it with Mert.
But Gina, if you had the money, you could just get a Timu Mert for cheaper.
Who
True.
the freak said that I wanted a Timu version of Mert? And Mert is
Well,
like a perfect specimen.
Uh, but he probably would be expensive. Like, why would he is? If you would give 125,000, that's like the highest hooker in the
Like
world.
you get a gigolo that's like
Yo, that's like the highest gigolo price in the world. Like, that's insane. You would pay 125K because you want to be with Mert. That's a lot of money for an escort. That even for a Vegas standard, that's a lot.
He did like one of my comments the other day and I flipped out.
Yeah, you
oh.
you sent it to me, and I was like, oh shit, Mert knows you're alive, and you were like freaking out, and I was like,
Like,
now
like
jumping those DMs and get that dick.
You know,
Gina, have you seen the movie? It's not related to Mert, but have you seen the movie like I think it's called like it's on Netflix. It's have you seen the movie 365 Days?
no, but it could be on my list of things to watch.
Yeah, I want you to consider it like homework. Like I want you to watch 365 Days. It's like an erotic thriller.
Wait a minute.
Oh, it's
I might
Huh?
have saw this. How old is this?
Uh, 2020.
I think I did see this. Is it about yup. I saw this. I
let me see if I have it on my Netflix because sometimes in
Yeah, 'cause
Canada
I
it
feel like you would
changes.
fall in love with the guy on this show. I mean, on this movie. But anyway, like I don't know what my point was, but you should watch the movie and then I don't know.
Report back.
Yeah, yeah, so George, you saw. So I guess don't spoil it for Gina. But yeah,
Yep. Yep. Okay, yeah, I would definitely fall for this guy. Yep.
Oh, you should watch the movie, Gina. It's just the movie is just different scenes of him having sex with people.
it's kind of
So
like.
it's like 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
Well, am I allowed to spoil it or what?
No. Just that's all that what I told her is enough. Don't say anymore.
Well, let's just
No, like from the cover or like I'm like, yeah, I would definitely fall for that. Yep.
yeah, let's just say he keeps a woman around like against her will, but ultimately she doesn't mind.
Yeah, just watch it. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, watch it and then let us know. It's definitely like a steamy movie.
I
Like,
do remember that. I want to say I did watch it around COVID
mhm.
because it was trending on Twitter and I got sick of people tweeting and talking about it. And when you feel like you're uninformed and you're like, people having a conversation around you and you don't know what they're talking about. I felt like that. So I watched it only for that reason. I didn't understand why.
Maybe I did watch it, but it's like been like what, 5 years and probably during COVID. I'll
Mm,
have to like
I feel like if you watch it, you won't forget it. It's like one of those movies. If you watch it, you won't forget
mm,
because it's like
but there
it's a
I
good movie. Like,
watched I watched so much crap. I watched Wayward. I watched House of Guinness recently and Wayward. Now I'm gonna go on the Love is Blind train. So
sure. Well, anyway, yeah, everyone that's listening, check out that movie, 365 Days. There's, dare I say, in handsome Italian actor.
Yeah, that's a good way of
all you
describing it.
had to say was handsome and Italian, and I'm like, yep, I'm hooked. Let's go.
Yeah. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah. So okay. One last thing on Love Island Games, like finale. Did you see my post on Instagram where I compared? Well, I think we were in a group chat talking about, but like, I did a post where I said who had the better after party, and then I had a photo of like the 90-day fiance people at like a bar or at a restaurant in New York, and then I had a photo of the Love Island Games people at like Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that. And clearly it would have been better for the Love Island games people to like if you were in a restaurant or you were somewhere and you ran into the cast right after they were filming their reunion, I think I would be more excited to run into the Love Island cast than the 90-day cast. No offense. But unfortunately, I know a lot of the 90-day cast, so it would just be me seeing a friend rather than me being starstruck. So that also makes it a little different.
True. I think there's a lot more like gravitas in being flown out to Disneyland than you just like you have to set up your own after party manually in New York
Oh,
with the cast members.
at the end of the Super Bowl, and it was like I found this out later in life that it was Disney that paid for this. But at the end, whenever they would ask the quarterback right after they won the Super Bowl, they're like, "You just won the Super Bowl. What are you gonna do?" And they would be like, "I'm going to Disneyland." That
Mhm.
I actually found out later in a documentary that Disneyland paid for that promotion. But yeah, it's a big deal when the next day you go to Disneyland and they do a parade in your honor. You're a big deal.
Well, I can
Yeah.
see Disney paying for Love Island cast members to go to
Totally,
Disney
'cause
because they did it with the last season.
I feel
So
like it's a little racy for Disney though, but whatever. I guess it could be. We never know. Because a lot of those Disney movies have a little hidden agenda. So at first I was like, that's a little racy. I don't think Disney should be endorsing a show where people like stick it their tongues down each other's throats all day. But at the end of the day, you know, maybe they are doing that.
true. Lee, I'm gonna read you my caption real quick on that post.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. It's not that long. I said, I'm out, and here's my caption. And but go to my Instagram if you haven't seen it. I said, I'm obviously taking the piss, laugh out loud, Bushwick, Brooklyn versus a free trip to Disneyland. I just think it's a funny comparison. The former was obviously arranged by the cast themselves, but TLC got to do better and treat the cast the way NBC Universal does the Love Islanders. I'm a constant advocate for the cast, yet they want to pay me as the asshole. Laugh out loud, go figure. I'm just saying. So that was my caption.
Yeah, they do need to take better care of them. But they also need to fire all the casting and production and restart. Because
Yeah.
I feel like we're too far gone down the hole of negativity and ignorance with the show. So they should just start over and
Yeah.
get back to what it should be. But yeah. But the studio, I will say though, the studio in Bushwick is really nice on the inside.
You been there or something?
I don't want to say I've been there, but it's really, really nice on the inside. Just don't go walking around at night.
No, no, no. I've actually hung out in Bushwick like socially. Like I've gone out of my way to hang out there.
It's nice. I mean,
Mhm.
just don't be out at 2 a.m. It's nice. The studio is really nice on the inside, though. It's really nice.
Like if let me give you a recommendation of a club. Like if you actually want to like go to a fancy like giant ass fucking club, check out this place called like House of Yes, which is pretty awesome. But you know what's weird is like I went there the first time I went there was like this huge in my it's weird. Like the first, I've only been there twice. The first time I went, it was like this huge club, and like I was raving about it, and I was like, "This is like club where you see like in Hollywood movies, but you never actually go there. You never actually witness it in person. You only see it in the movies." And then I went, and it reminded me of like something I'll see in the movies, like not in real life, because it was so big and so like they had like effects and fog and horns and dancers like dancing in poles and like dancing on those hoops and like all sorts of shit and stage show and all that, giant speakers, DJ, famous DJ. So I had an amazing time and it was like really big in my mind. And then like this, then I went there like a couple of years ago or 2 summers ago. And then when I went, I don't know if they like remodeled it, but then when I went the second time, it was a lot smaller than I remembered. I don't know if it was because they remodeled and changed things around and redid the stage, but it looked way smaller than my first memory. So I don't know if my memory is bad or if they remodeled it and made it shittier and smaller. So I don't know what happened.
That kind of happens though. Like I remember going places earlier in life, and then when I revisit them, the place was much more underwhelming.
Hmm.
And I think they call it like a Mandela effect or something along the lines of that, where you build up the memory and you hype up the memory. And then, because I will go back to the exact same thing that I did, but like as a teenager, as an adult, and it was so much more underwhelming, or the place was smaller. Or
Hmm.
I remember going back to like my middle school, and I remember the parking lot, it was built on this huge 2 acre lot, and there was like an old church where the school was, and they built another building next to it. And I remember going back there and seeing how the parking lot was like small, like it fit less than 20 cars. But as a kid, it looked like the parking lot could have fit like 100 cars. And then the land around it, it seemed like, I don't know, everything was just so much smaller.
Hmm.
When you said that, I was like, I've gone through that exact same effect. I'll go to the exact same place and see the exact same thing, and it just appears smaller and raggedier and different. For some reason, that happens a lot.
Yeah, yeah, because I went there like 2 summers ago. It was like for my birthday weekend, and then it was kind of a drag because like not to like derail, not to like go into whatever, not to blab, but like it was like I don't know, I don't even know if I can't remember. But anyways, back then, like I had hurt my knee that weekend or something. I busted my knee up really bad, so I was like hobbling around all weekend. And then and then two of my best friends were up there with me, and then I was there with a fucked up knee, and then my two best friends were there. One of them he doesn't drink anymore, and the other one like drinks a little bit. But then when we got to this like club that I was all waiting to get, I was so looking forward to it. And then when I got there, and then we all get in and stuff, and like I was trying to have a good time, and I was like and I was the one with the fucked up knee, and admittedly it was my birthday, so I was probably more excited to do have a good time. But then my two friends were just kind of like they were you ever hang out with your friends, couple of buddies, and they're like not there to have fun, like it just kind of like they're just kind of like lingering around, like not drinking and like kind of just like moping around and stuff, not socializing, not doing shit, and like it just kind of like sucks the energy out of like the nighttime versus like they're just, you know what I mean? Like you ever have that happen?
I mean, I've had that happen where everybody was down to hang out, but then like at 3 or 4 in the morning, everyone's like ready to go home, and then I'm not ready to go home, and then they're like a drag for me because they're just like, it's late, and I'm just trying
But that sounds like you. But before it got to 3 a.m. or whatever, they were having a good time prior to
yeah,
that, right?
everybody was down to clown. Everybody was having a good time, but like after like the time progressed, I was trying to get fucked up, and they were still like, "We should go back and eat, or we should go back to the hotel." And I'm just like, "Oh, y'all are like sucking the fun out of this." I was like,
Yeah,
"Y'all
but
could be a little more fun."
no, I feel what you're saying, but seems like you at least had like a couple good hours with your buddies. The situation I was in, they were just like not, they weren't doing shit. Like they were, and it's weird because like like one of the guys, for example, one of them, I think like he's a good dancer. So if he wants to like socialize and dance or whatever the fuck he wants to do, like he can, but he wasn't really doing shit. And then my other friend, like we were pregame drinking a little bit, but then when we got there, like we got like he got like one drink and then just like stopped drinking, period. So it's like one guy that does drink, period, and the other guy that only had one drink all night. It's like, dude, this is my birthday. Like, can y'all let loose a little bit? Like, hang out, have a good time. But they were just like kind of being lame as fuck. And then also, so yeah, they were being super lame. And then I had like a really fucked up knee. So admittedly, I wasn't really like I was kind of struggling I was like howling around this club. So it was just like, it definitely was like a big busted up weekend. But I just feel like they sucked the life out of it.
Yeah, you got to invite the right people. There
Mhm.
are people that I have friends like that are really fun, but like when the event's not about them, like you said, it was your birthday. Like if it's my birthday or if the event's for somebody else, sometimes they're not as fun because
Mhm.
they don't like that the spotlight's not on them. So they're not like people that like to share the spotlight. So sometimes you can't invite certain people to stuff because they don't know how to like be happy for other people and not make it about them. So yeah, you got to be careful on who's on the guest list because some people they find it less entertaining when the event is focused on someone other than themselves. I have a lot of self-centered friends, so you got to make sure you don't invite your self-centered friends to stuff that ain't about them.
True. So okay, I think Gina's on top of it, but I guess that takes us to strip club reviews.
Oh, this okay, this was fun. Was it last week where we were in Baton Rouge and Cleveland, which was funny?
Yeah.
And the funny part is I knew exactly what the club was before I knew. Because I
Mm.
was like, oh, I think when you said the name, I was like, oh, there was one on Brook Park Road, and I was like, oh shit. And then that's exactly what we were talking about. And what was fun was the reviews were as accurate as hell as what I remembered the club being like. So that was the best part because I was able
Yeah.
to relate to what people were saying in the review because I had physically been there. So it actually made it even more fun.
Like last week was when we like detoured into like Blumpkins and then we detoured into Crumpkins, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
ironically, and in the places where I used to live, that was the direction that we went in. That was the ironic part.
Yeah, like if you missed I know I say this a lot, but we do have a lot of iconic bits on the show or segments. So if you missed last Friday's show, go listen to like the strip club reviews because we like detoured from strip club reviews and we went into like Urban Dictionary, Blumpkin land, and then we discovered a new word, Crumpkins, and we were like educating ourselves on those matters.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was,
And
but that's not a
it's a pretty
surprise.
funny ass segment, is what I'm
Yeah,
trying to say.
that wasn't a surprise. I never know what anything is. I'm always the one that's like, can we pause? Because I have questions. I'm always that one. So I never know what anything is.
Yeah, so go listen to that because it's funny. All right, let's go to the reviews tonight because it's already 1:22.
Yeah, it's late. So Gina, what's the name of the club? And I'm gonna try to guess where it is.
Okay, so I guess there's two batches.
All right, so what's the name of the club? Let's see if I can figure it out.
Okay, the first one is like Chicas Locas.
Chicas Locas. Okay, so it's okay. Um, is it in Florida?
No,
It's not in Florida. Okay. Is it in Las Vegas?
no,
Is it in California?
no.
Okay, I give up.
I feel like I feel like it's obvious though.
It is?
Like, where would there be
It's
like
called Crazy Girls. Um,
where
oh,
would there be like a Hispanic fusion or something? What state?
where does Cara live?
Who?
No.
'Cause,
Ara.
she's
No.
about bachata.
I'll give you a clue. It's a border state to another country or
I
something.
was in Texas.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
should have known that. Actually, you're right. I should have known.
True.
Known. I don't know. The first thing that came to my mind was what did I say first? Not Florida.
Didn't you say
Not Florida. The other thing the one that I said
Vegas.
after was the first thing that came to my mind, which is usually right, but I was off tonight.
Mhm. Okay, you ready for the reviews?
Let's get into crazy chicas. Let's see what's going on with the crazy chicas.
Okay, so there's I think it's like two batches, so they're probably like two smaller batches as opposed to one giant batch. That's what she said. Oh, anyway, the first review is from the ambassador. Um, it says 2 stars. It says the club is always empty. Not many dancers or customers. $3 cover, $2.50 well draft, small glasses. It's okay, but once a dancer gets you into the corner, stand by. 2 stars.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I sent you a duplicate. Sorry about that.
okay,
Just
no
keep
problem.
going.
Okay, this one is from Justin LK. I give this place a -5. You have to stay 6 feet away from the stage at all times. Like, what kind of shit is that? 1 star. So are you supposed to like when you want to throw like when you want to give like $1 to a dancer on stage, do you have to like fold it into like a paper airplane and fly it into the stage or something?
Wait, did he say 6 feet from the stage?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. That's funny because when I go to concerts, I like to be front row, and there's like they put like this bar in front of the
Barricade.
yeah, and it's like 6 or 8 feet from the stage, and I'm like, what the fuck? Now I can't like get to the stage, and that's what it reminded me of. So yeah, that makes no sense for a strip club because you're literally supposed to put money on their G string. That's
Mhm.
crazy.
Yeah. Okay, here's a review from Mr. Cap 12. It says, a lot of chubby girls that can't dance. Bad layout, very few stage seats, stage is too high. Lot of day laborers look very low rent. Um, Girls can't dance, just shake their ass and smack it. Little dancing skills. Waitress could not get drinks right even after being told 3 times, 1 star. I think he said, I think one way he said, what did he say? A lot of day laborers looks very low rent. So I guess like a lot of day laborers come in through there or something. I don't know.
Oh, so like
Like
construction work.
construction. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay, I got it. I got it. I got it.
Tradesmen.
I didn't know what they meant by day laborers, but yeah, it's the people that, what's the thing where you go to Home Depot and you get the people that'll come work on your roof, like day labor.
Yeah. Okay, here's from username dude who goes there. This one's kind of long. I walk in and sit at the bar and order a $4.25 Coke that comes to me in a little glass. Luckily, refills were free. One of the ugliest dancers I've ever seen is on stage, and a not much better one is off to the right. A 45-year-old woman wearing stripper gear comes up to me, puts her arm around me, and tells me to smile. I look at her and she's actually missing a tooth. I was like, go away. Later, an AA girl with a decent body comes out, followed by a petite Latina. After the Latina, the 45-year-old got on stage. I was like, oh my God, she's a stripper. You couldn't pay me to watch her. Cellulite all over, not one square centimeter of her skin was smooth. I ended up asking the pretty Latina for a private dance, and she didn't seem very excited about giving me one, but it was okay. I left. Complete waste of time. 5 dancers, 3 ugly, 1 okay, 1 pretty, $4.25 for a Coke. Sheesh. Other than the dancers, they've got a few TVs and a few pool tables, decent music system. The the zero point zero overall rating is not an error. There's simply no reason to ever go here. 2 stars.
All right, so the missing tooth, but there's a 45-year-old stripper, which
Mm,
is interesting because I don't want to get off subject, but in 2 days we're gonna be meeting a 58-year-old stripper on 90 Day Fiance, which I am extremely excited about.
mm.
Why do you think I went to Texas? I was trying to find where is this stripper from? I need to know so I could do the search.
Yeah, I gotta have the lowdown on that, but it reminded me of that because 45-year-old stripper is making a 58-year-old stripper look look really old. Because I mean, 45 is as an age to be stripping, but a 58-year-old is wild to me. But the missing tooth thing and telling someone with a missing tooth telling other people to smile is ironic as fuck to me. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. That's just ironic to me.
that's funny. I didn't catch that.
Yeah, you're missing teeth and you're telling other people to smile. Like that's ironic to me.
Yeah, that's like Colty telling you to go run a marathon.
Right. Like how you don't even got a leg, but you telling me to go run? Like that's ironic to me.
Yeah. All right, that was a good. Okay, here's the next review. I don't see the name. Anyway, it says this place felt like a scam. This place felt like a scam. Girls demand payment for unwanted dances. Apparently, the word no is not in their vocabulary. They got physically aggressive when we refused to pay and tried to leave. Avoid this place at all costs. 1 star. Next review, 1 star. Totally scammers ladies are sitting in this club. I went to this club last night. One lady came to me and asked for a dance and told her, okay, just one dance. She said, okay. After the dance, she said, give me $100. I told her, no, I already told you before, just one dance. And she puked on my face and told the security officer, he said to me I could do nothing about her. 1 star.
Wait, hold on. So she walked up to him and asked him if he wanted to dance, and he like pity said yes. And then afterwards, she demanded $100. And when he said no, she threw up on him.
Like the reviewers use the like puke emoji, so she puke emoji on my face and told the security officer he said to me I could do nothing about her. So I guess so.
That's crazy. That's
Mm.
insanity. I've never heard of anything like that. And then the security guard is like, I can't control her. That's just how yeah, that's just how she is. That's just what she do. That's Gigi dancer. That's just what she do.
Gigi Barfer. Oh. Okay. Next review. 1 star. Most worthless, obnoxious bathroom attendant. Parentheses. Old black fellow with greased back, straight permed hair ever. And parentheses ever. Leaves the bathrooms filthy and panhandles shamelessly and aggressively while acting he's working. This is my pet peeve at places like these. The men's restroom made me want to throw up because of how filthy it was. And then the self-righteous burn you've got, and then the self-righteous bum you got working there just annoyed me at all that much more. You've lost my business because of an under the table beggar. If you're going to try to put on an impression of trying to be classy, try starting with the basics. 1 star.
Damn.
Man, you know it's crazy. Like it's crazy. I haven't been there in a while, but I used to go to this like fancy strip club in like New York City, and then the bathroom attendant was just like I don't know if he's like African, but he kind of like freaked me out in the way of like he had like I think he must have had like a photographic memory, like a stage, like a ironclad memory or something. Because like I would only go there like once, the one time a year at the most. And then he would like remember me. He'd be like, "Hey man, how you doing?" Like if we had a conversation in the past, like he would remember everything we ever talked about. He's like, "Hey, how's so and so?" or "How you been? What's good?" He would like remember everything we ever talked about like one time, like last summer or 2 summers ago, and like he would always remember my face. So it was like I was like, "Damn, dude, you and that bad? You're a bathroom attendant with a photographic memory. I don't know if that's a good combination."
It's not. I was just about to say that's like going to a hotel that has cameras in the shower. Like that's not a good combination. I don't know how that works out in anyone's favor to put somebody in the bathroom that remembers you from a year ago. That's scary as fuck. Like I would be looking for the hidden cameras and shit. Like I know there's
It's one thing if I went like once a week. I would literally go like once a year at the most, and he'd remember like everything about me and know me and shit.
yeah, that's crazy. That's literally crazy. Like that would be enough to freak me out to where I can't go back. I feel like you're stalking me now because how the fuck would you remember out of all the people who go in the bathroom, how the fuck do you remember that? Like that's freaky.
Yeah, I would be like, oh, let me be extra polite to you since you remember me and shit. But yeah, anyway, um, and that was Gina. Was that the last one of this club or what? Is she doing folding clothes?
Gina. She's must be
Yeah,
full.
well, we can go to the next thing. I think she says I have one more review for. Look at the next. Oh wait, okay. So you want to know the name of the next place?
Yeah, what's the name of the next strip club?
Yeah,
Okay,
that was the last one. I was getting laundry. Yes, that was
told
the
you she was
last
full
one
of
for
clothes.
that
Like,
one.
okay, the next place is called Sensations, which sounds like one. There's one around every corner, but
Yeah, because I was gonna say Atlantic City, but there's a lot of sensations, so this could literally be
okay,
any.
you want to give you a hint?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you. You're probably gonna know it. I don't know if I should give the obvious like 90-day hints. Okay, I'll give you. I won't give you the 90-day hint because I feel like if I give you a 90-day hint, you know all your 90-day shit. So the hint I'll give you is Walmart.
Oh, it's in Arkansas.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say Big Ed, but if I said Big Ed, you would know Arkansas, right?
I mean, yeah, but Walmart is pretty obvious too for Bentonville. Um,
True.
and I'm from Louisiana, so I was in Arkansas a lot growing up. So
Okay.
I'm pretty familiar with, the state of Arkansas.
But what's a more obvious hint for you? Like Big Ed equals Arkansas or Walmart equals Arkansas?
I guess Walmart, but they both lead to the same, both roads lead to the same place for me. I would have figured it out either way.
True. Okay, here's the first review. First review from Todd. It says, "This place smells like toilet overflowed into the club. Too much cigarette smoke, fat entertainers, and bad music. Why drive to the outer edge of the county for less?" 1 star.
Toilet overflowed in the club. That's crazy. I mean, we've heard of the raw sewage
Mm,
smell, but I love how he described it. It was not just like there's sewage on the floor, it's the toilet overflowed everywhere.
true. Okay, here's one sort of review from Club Hopper. It says, maybe if the girls were putting as much effort in the club as they are trash talking business, hold on. Sorry, this needed a comma, so it threw me off. Maybe if the girls were putting as much effort in the club as they are trash talking, comma, business would be better. I think that this club is full of drama queens. 1 star.
Oh.
This is a 5 star review. It says from username Yikes. I checked out the MySpace page. Whoever is in charge of it, good job. I also went to go check out the club. There were a couple cute girls, but there was this one chick that looked like she was about to give birth to a whale. Good God. Well, I guess you clubs just got to have at least one ugly chick. 5 stars.
That's a 5 star. And also, what year is this that he checked out the MySpace page?
2021.
What? Is MySpace still up? Like now I have questions. Hold on, I'm about to go.
There's new my well there was some new MySpace that came out.
Is that still
That's
up?
why.
Hold on, I'm looking. I'm looking.
That's why I had to put it in there. I'm like, wait, MySpace. Hold
Oh
Yeah,
on
my
a
God.
there was
second.
new MySpace that came out.
Oh my God. I just typed in myspace.com and a website came up.
Yeah.
It's
You,
like for real.
it's fun. Random is I got this is like so stupid to even say this, but I got verified on new MySpace, but like a few years ago.
What? I didn't know that there was a new MySpace. I'm
I
not,
don't know I don't know if new MySpace is still up. This was like a couple years ago. But
well, it's up. I'm on it.
okay.
But I didn't.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm verified. As soon as
Wait, I'm not gonna say I'm on it. I'm on the website. I don't want to say I'm on it. I don't have an account. I didn't get on the new MySpace thing.
Yeah, I haven't gone on it in years, but I got verified on the new MySpace, so that was pretty
I
cool.
don't see you.
I don't know. It's
Yeah, I don't see you.
I'll
Hold on.
look. I'll have to look. I don't know.
They deleted.
I'll have to.
Yeah,
We'll have to look. We'll have to
Yeah,
look to see if we can find our old MySpaces.
true.
wild to me that he was like, I just went on the MySpace page and I was like,
Mm,
the fuck?
Well,
What?
it was more wild when he said there were a couple of cute girls, but there was this one chick that looked like she was about to give birth to a whale.
Yeah, how big was she that she's giving birth to a whale? Not a dolphin, not a fish, not a cow or a pig, but a whale. Like Jesus Christ.
True. Okay. Let's get through this because it's like 1:37. I thought the funny part is I thought we were gonna have a short show, but now we're having a really long show. Anyway, this is from username agrees. It says, "Ugh, I saw it too. I won't go back in that club till that chick is gone. I am not going to sit there and become sick to my stomach by looking at a chick who rolls on top of her rolls and give her money because she's trying. Ugh, nasty. 1 star.
Wait, is he talking about the one that's gonna give birth to a whale?
That's what it sounds like.
Also, they have their own Gigi dancer.
Yeah,
Name her though. Like you have to name the girl. Like how do we know you're talking about the same person? Like you got to be more creative, and everybody has to give her the same name.
true. I guess the G stands for gargantuan. Oh, anyway.
Oh.
Um, next one is from Rocker. It says, "Oh yeah, Sensations has more fat chicks than Peaches. Sorry, if I wanted to see so many fat rolls, I would go to a buffet. 1 star."
What? Damn.
True. That was a pretty funny review.
Yeah, I mean, and also they mentioned peaches, so apparently there's another club not far away that is also employing whales, or no, mothers of whales. Gotta get.
Mhm. Yeah, well, if I ever go there, I'm gonna avoid Free Willy Fridays.
Yeah, you might not want to go in on that day.
Yeah, okay, next review it says, not too impressed. It says, I've been reading about how hot girl hold on. I've been reading about how hot the girls are, so I decided, hey, what the hell, I would give it a try. There's this really old chick with fake tits that thinks she's hot shit. There's a blonde girl with stretch marks all over the place that thinks she's hot shit. Then there's a fat, short, there's a then there's a fat, short, fat girl that thinks she's hot shit. Too much attitude from that club. I like the DJ though. That's about it. 2 stars.
Oh, so I guess the DJ is the one that got the stars.
Mhm.
He didn't like the girls. I mean, it's weird to go to a strip club and the only person you like is the DJ.
Yeah, I think he was a little redundant because he said there's a fat, short, fat girl that thinks she's hot shit. So he bookended it with fat.
Well, you don't need to use the same adjective twice,
Mm,
right? Get it?
true. Okay, here's a 3 star review from Tony. It says, the first thing I noticed is I think it is almost like a Gigi dancer, but we don't know her name because it's all about the same person. The first thing I noticed is the fat bitch at the front is gone. Thank God, because she was really pissing me off. I'll keep coming back in now. 3 stars.
Oh, they got rid of Gigi. They fired her. Oh shit. That's what happened when we were doing the one because they were talking about Gigi and then eventually they fired Gigi. So like we encased their whole career. Like we saw what Gigi's come up and her fall all in the same reviews.
Okay, here's a review from that dude or the dude. It says, I went there last weekend and it was hot as shit in there. The air conditioning must have been broken. I didn't stay very long after that. There were some good and not so good looking girls in there. Some of the staff members didn't seem so friendly, but besides from that, I might have to go back when it's cooler in there. 2 stars. 1 star review from Lady. It says, still have fat ladies working there? If you do, I'll stick to Peaches. 1 star.
Oh, it's like the resident big girl club.
Yeah. I guess Peaches is like a competing club or something.
Yeah,
Maybe, yeah.
everyone keeps saying they'd rather go to Peaches, but they also said that Peaches also employs big girls. So maybe it's just an Arkansas thing, right?
Mhm.
I don't know.
Okay, here's a 1 star review from Boring. It says, if the girls spend as much time dancing instead of giving blowjobs for money, maybe they would have some talent. 1 star.
I mean, I so he they don't want blowjobs, they just want them to dance. I feel like
Mm,
what's the complaint? Because like what I don't know. I feel like that's even better. Cut out the middleman or cut out the middle section. Like they're not gonna dance, but they'll give you a blowjob. What's wrong with that?
true. Okay, here's a 1 star review from Disgusted. It says, okay, who is responsible for hiring the whale? What the fuck? No one wants to see the pole. Hold on. No one wants to see the pole break from some overweight heifer swinging around it. Don't go here unless you want to see a bunch of beached whales flopping around helplessly. Only one way to describe this place: disgusting. 1 star.
Okay, so they make it seem like the whale is like the Shamu of the club. Like everybody's like the first thing that I noticed was the whale. Like as soon as they walked in,
Is this a strip club or is this SeaWorld?
it's SeaWorld, right? Because I feel like everybody was like, I walked into the strip club and immediately I saw the Shamu tank, and I'm like, what? Like,
I had to be 5 feet away from the Shamu tank. It's like,
right? They're like, I did not know that there was going to be a whale in this club, and this is wild. She's like the legend of the club. Like everybody walks in, and the first thing you might notice is a hot chick on the pole, or you might notice that they have velvet carpeting on the wall. But no, everyone's like, the first thing I noticed was Shamu. And it caught me off guard because I didn't even buy a ticket to SeaWorld. They're like, this is really confusing. Like, that's crazy.
SeaWorld is in San Diego and we're in Arkansas. How did we get here?
Well, right. They're like, how did they even transport Shamu here? What do you even use to transport a whale? Like, what is this?
true. Okay, let's see. This is a one-star review from Dissatisfied. It says, I did not like this club. The girls were unfriendly when I went there. Chairs uncomfortable, service crappy, 1 star. One-star review from Not Impressed. It says, fat chicks everywhere, dirty and cheap. All the hot chicks are at Peaches, and that's where I will be going to from now on. 1 star.
Oh, so Peaches is the hot spot.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it depends on who you ask, though.
True. And Gina, you have like one more review or something?
Yeah, I do. Give
Okay.
me a second because
Sorry, we're
the
up to the
last
finale.
one.
Oh, we're down to the end already. I feel like I went by quick tonight.
True, but they were pretty. I had some good laughs on that one. Okay, you ready for the final review?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, this is from Boom Maga. It says this is okay. Anyway, it says fat bitch is gone, but dude at the door has little man syndrome. Still a better atmosphere than it's been in months. Girls were drunk and having fun last night. 3 stars. So the fat bitch is gone.
Oh no, they fired Shamu. They fired her. She's no longer there. And it's funny because the only thing that anybody ever noticed was her. It's like you can't get rid of your main attraction. No
Mhm.
one's gonna go to the circus if you get rid of the bearded lady. I don't know what they were thinking. They should have kept her.
True.
So I'll post pictures in Patreon of the club. And then they had a sign out, which was pretty funny as well. And go on Patreon to see it.
True. Let me go look. Sensations opened at 6. Don't worry, we fired the ugly one. Oh my God, is that real?
Yeah, that was on like when I went to Sensations, Arkansas. That's what they had on their
George, did you see that
picture.
in the Patreon chat?
Wait, I'm looking. I'm sorry.
They, that person really is famous, like Gigi dancer level.
But they
Whale.
we fired the fat chick on their sign. Hold on, I gotta go on Patreon. I wasn't ready, guys. I didn't have my computer in front of me.
Well, yeah, it is. Oh yeah, just go look and read it because it almost looks like a satire, but
Well, I was gonna say maybe it was photoshopped in there. It's not real. Sensation open at 6. Don't worry, we fired the ugly one. No, that does look real, actually.
yeah,
Yeah, because look how old the picture is too. So it wouldn't be like it's from 2017.
yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, the club. That's about what I expected it to look like, honestly.
Mm.
About right. It kind of
It
looks.
reminds. Does it remind you of what's it called, Mouse's Ear or something?
No, not. No.
True.
It's very Arkansas. I don't know if you've been to Arkansas. It's very Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
Things are on like a country road, and the buildings are very uneventful. Nothing special.
I'll
True.
post their what's it called? Their Instagram
Mm-hmm.
on Patreon as well.
Well, I was gonna say you gotta post their MySpace.
Oh my God.
Then I'm going through our live chat. Like Iggy says, nobody's talking about how not being able to buy alcoholic drinks. You can't in Arkansas unless purchasing a membership.
Wait. So wait, these are dry clubs.
Well, I don't know if that's the case. I mean, unless it's like a membership club, I guess then you pay the membership, then you could buy drinks. I don't know.
Oh, so that's why everybody noticed the fat chick right away. No one was drunk enough to not notice.
Hmm.
The drunker you are, the less likely you're gonna notice something. So everybody was sober, maybe. I mean,
Hmm.
I don't know what a membership is because maybe you had to buy a membership to the club, and I don't think it would be worth it.
True. Well, remember I went to that club in like Baltimore where you pay like I don't know how much it was, like $60 or something, and then you have like the yearly member. Then you have it for a year, so you don't pay cover for the rest of the year.
Yeah, yeah, you said that, but you said that it wasn't even worth ever going back to. I think you said, right?
I don't know. It's just no. Like I think I said, if you only go once, it's not worth it. But if you go like more than once, it could be worth it.
But was the club worth it that you bought it for?
Like I had a good time, but it was probably because I was rolling deep with the homies. Like otherwise, like if it was just me, it's not worth it. But if you're like with your crew, then it's actually like a half decent hang.
I mean, I guess I've never bought a membership to a strip club. Like, you have a membership to Netflix. Like, I've never bought a membership to a strip club. No one ever said I had to. So I
Mm.
haven't. So I don't know.
Well, but it's like, no, I feel you, but it's like I didn't have it. It's like that's the only way to get in, and I was with people, and I didn't have a choice. That's my excuse. Wink, wink.
Well, no, that's what I was gonna say. I've never been put in that situation. Like, if I drove all the way there and I'm out of town or whatever, I might, if they say I had to, I might just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna argue, at that point. So I can't say that I wouldn't do it. I've just never been in that situation.
True. I think I didn't like post it publicly, but in our group text, I sent y'all the photo of the member card I found. It's like really old photo.
Yeah.
Those are like Players Club wagon wheel or some shit.
What does that mean? So, what is the show Deliverance about? Because Iggy says Arkansas is totally dry. Arkansas is like going into the movie Deliverance. What's the movie Deliverance?
I don't know, but remember when we talked to Devin? That's what she was saying too. Like you can't.
Yeah, it was a dry county or whatnot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She said she had to drive like over an hour away to get alcohol or something.
Mhm.
But we'll have to figure out what that movie is because I can't link what that means. But I haven't,
Mhm.
but I've heard about it. So it has to be good because I've heard about it, but I don't know what that means.
True. And then Sherry in the chat was laughing her ass off. She's like, "Oh my God, SeaWorld, ha 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 ha." So,
Oh, it's the movie about people being in the backwoods and being haunted. The music. I still don't understand. Like that didn't help. But I mean, I get it. It's like cabin in the woods, like you're in the sticks. I get that part.
mm,
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
true. All right. Well, I think we did everything we needed to do.
Yeah, I'm sad that the big girl got fired though. Big girls need jobs too, right? She needs a job too. So if SeaWorld is hiring for Shamu, she might, be a shoe-in for that. Never know.
Hmm. True. Well, it's almost 2 a.m. I mean, yeah, it's almost 2 a.m. So should probably end it.
It's late. It's late. This was fun though. I had a good time. I had a good time.
It was
And
very eventful.
I'm very, very excited on Sunday. We're gonna meet the 58-year-old stripper. Because she's probably gonna be the most exciting part of the other way. I just have that feeling. I could be wrong, but I'm just really interested in her storyline. It's the only one that has caught my attention so far.
When you guys find out where she lives, because I won't be able to watch till Monday, you guys will let me know where she lives. So that's why I went to Texas. I'm like, dang, I need to find her. Even prior to, I tried to like Google image her face and nothing was coming up other than 90 Day Fiance stuff. So I'm like, damn,
Well, she lives in Texas, but I'll get
yes.
more information. Obviously, Texas is a very large place. So I'll have to get
Ex-
more information when she comes on and I'll let you know.
Okay, perfect.
True. I think she has like one of those dual accounts on Instagram with the guy,
Yeah, she does.
which is kind of annoying. I hate those like dual accounts.
No, I agree with you. It's stupid. I don't know why people do that. Have your own identity. Like you do not need to be one person with your boyfriend or your significant other. It's annoying.
But
True.
if you've noticed, like, we'll end it shortly, but Chloe, her pictures only go back to 2024
Hmm.
of last year. I don't know anybody of that age who's only had Instagram from 2024 to 2025. So I think she deleted all of her pictures prior to 2024.
Or probably archived them or some shit.
No,
Yeah.
we've talked about this already.
Yeah, we.
When they do a reality TV show,
Oh, a sweep. Yeah.
and anything that they find, they hire a company, it's a third party company, and anything that they find that they don't like, they either have you take it down or they pay a service to have it taken down. And whatever she used to post, they probably found it to be something that they didn't want associated with the show. So she had to, because I actually know people that took their actual Instagram account and took their real name off of it and made it private, and then just made a completely new Instagram account.
Yeah.
And that's what they did for the show. Also, I also want to bring up, so the 58-year-old stripper is dating a 38-year-old stripper.
Mm.
Somehow I missed that part.
How ironic.
Yeah, so two strippers found love together, which I think is really cool. I don't know how I missed that part, but yeah, the guy she's moving to Tasmania for is also a stripper.
Mm.
So we got two strippers this season. I mean, if we listen to Chloe, we got three strippers this season because she think her Johnny is a stripper too. But I don't know. I'm just excited about it. So we're gonna end this, but I'm just telling y'all this is probably gonna be the storyline that keeps the show afloat.
The saving grace.
Yeah.
True. And then let me give a birthday shout out to Sophia, who's one of our super fan listeners.
What's up, Sophia?
Happy birthday, Sophia.
Wait, it's her happy birthday, Sophia.
Oh, and then before we end it, for like bragging right type things, do you want? So I do. This won't be long. I do fantasy football with like Tyree and Gino. So do you want to know like the rankings of like me versus Tyree and Gino's like current rankings so far?
Sure.
I mean, I don't know what any of it means, but yeah, I would love to hear it.
Okay, real quick, hold on. In my fantasy football league. So let's see. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I don't know. It's the end of the night, so I won't wait. I won't stall any longer. So ninth place, there's 10 teams. In ninth place is Tyree. In sixth place is Gino, and then in first place currently is yours truly. So that's how the league's going.
That's interesting. I assume that all of y'all were on the same team. That shows you how much I understand this. So you're beating everybody.
Yeah, I'm beating everyone.
Oh, that's crazy. That's great. So you obviously know more about football than most of them, because I don't know. I thought when you said they were on your fantasy football league, I thought y'all were all on the same team.
No, we
for
all
crying out
we all
loud.
drafted our own team, and then every week, like our players, like points match up versus their team players' points, and whoever has the most points overall that week wins.
Oh, and you said that there's no. Oh, she's from Fort Worth, Texas. Iggy, thank you, Texas. Thank you, Iggy. So she's
Thanks, Iggy.
so we'll figure out what strip club she's at, and we're gonna get some reviews from that strip club. That's definitely what we're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you know who's from Fort Worth? Tiger Lily.
Oh,
She's from Frisco, which is a suburb of Fort Worth. So we got two 90-dayers out there now.
true. All right, well, let's end it because it's almost 2 a.m.
Yeah, we're gonna end it. Thank you for everyone for listening and staying up late with us and talking about the new big girl who was also recently fired from her job. And also I found out there's MySpace still. So thank you to everybody for hanging out.
Yeah, if I find my new MySpace page where I'm verified, I'll let you know.
Yeah, share it. We should revive MySpace. We should all join it. I didn't know it was still there.
True. All right, I'm gonna end it. Hopefully it's an entertaining show. I know it got a little spicy in there, but hey, we keep it entertaining, you know.
We have to. We have to. We're not those lame podcasts where you fall asleep at the wheel. We're gonna keep you awake.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna end it. Thank you again, and I'm gonna just go do my outro. Happy early Columbus Day, though I guess we'll be around then. So I'm gonna end it now. Thank you everyone for listening to 90 Day Fiancé Fridays on
an actual Friday.
Friday.
Peace out, everyone.
Peace out, everybody.
Good night.